Need some beats, please. Don't forget the money, man.
I love America, but she's so dangerous, dangerous. I love America, but she's so dangerous. Somebody call her Superman, I am made of kryptonite. No bulls say it's child time, what we about to eat tonight. What happened on Epstein Island, did it really take it life? I'm deeper than the ocean floor and higher than a satellite. Yes, I am an alchemist, I murder rubble salesman. Walk with no religion, it's the return of the ancient Egyptians. West Coast, California, my family is Riverside. In the Empire, none of us ain't a lullaby. This is where the gods dwell and a lot of mothers cry. You can feel the thunder cry. Choctaw Nation, future chief on the rise. From a different dimension, Star Trek Enterprise. I love America, but she's so dangerous, dangerous. I love America, but she's so dangerous, dangerous. Authentic jewels around my neck, dripping like King Tut. Pop locking on the pyramids, Scotty beat me up. I'm manifested as a god, I in my hieroglyphs. Yes, I am so cold, I can swim in a lava pit. My father who art in heaven, returning in the mothership. Dropping missiles and bombs, sinking the devil's battleships. Roswell crashes, UFO flying saucers. I'm the rap Captain EO, call me the Sunwalker. I'm the rap Captain EO, call me the Sunwalker. I love America, but she's so dangerous, dangerous. I love America, but she's so dangerous. Rocking with Jason Elm Street. Peace to the God.
Real world, they never tell you who at the smoke factory. And no, I'm not talking about people who have a disability. I'm talking about them smart dumb niggas, the motherfuckers who think they know everything. I don't know if y'all realize this, but the problem with a lot of shit now is when you got out of high school and you go into the real world, they never tell you who the people who had the slow classes was. And no, I'm not talking about people who have a disability. I'm talking about them smart dumb niggas, the motherfuckers who think. The older I get, I'm starting to realize you niggas have made gangbanging your whole personality. Like, what else do you have to offer besides your hood? Because when a lot of you niggas get pinched, you niggas be calling a nigga like me like, hey, bro, can you get me out? I'm fucked up. Wooty, wooty, woo. You made your whole personality the hood. Like, where you from? And I think that's what's wrong with LA culture right now, too. It's like, y'all made the whole shit about where you from. You don't like, do you like to paint? Snowboard, ski, skateboard, ride a bike, go to the beach, go to the mall. I don't fucking know rocks. Do you like rocks? Because, nigga, I don't know nothing you niggas like more than the set you from. You niggas is putting more on the set than you putting on your rent. Think about it. Niggas is on crib every day, on Bloods, on the red homies, on the dead homies. Groove this, groove that. Feel me? Neighborhood this, neighborhood that. On my mama. On hood this, on hood that. Like, they do your whole personality is gangbanging. And my thing is this. Y'all want to know what's wrong with LA music culture? Your whole dynamic is where you from. Your whole dynamic is gangbanging. Like I get it, but I don't get it. Like, if you use that shit to get, some traction, do your shit, woo-woo. But your whole career is based on that. Like, everything you talk about is based on who got a DP and who getting put off, and niggas is telling, and niggas is Instagram is like the telling radar. Everybody telling, but ain't nobody got no paperwork on them. Everybody listen, bro, you have made your whole life gangbanging. Most of these niggas that I'm talking about is old as fuck. Nigga, I need you niggas to take care of your children, gang. I need to see you niggas have more football games for them kids. Daycare, picking up your kid. I need to see y'all with y'all kids. Niggas is too old. You've made your whole life gangbanging. Guess what? We no longer give a fuck. And some of you niggas is still gangbanging and are qualified for AARP cards. I'm gonna be honest, because I done seen niggas, I'm talking about great everything. Boom, boom. Yeah, nigga on the set. And on the set, you have a cane. A cane. Nigga. Like, I need you to put more on your job than you do on the block. That shit not making no sense. And no matter where you from, that shit go from here to the other side of the United States. Stop putting more on the set. Stop kicking it always in the hood like that's your whole life. You don't have nothing else to do with your life but sit in the hood and wait to get chipped or wait to chip something and go away forever. Like, we have to stop making our whole personality gangbanging, the whole personality. Like, that's all you have to offer. You don't like to do nothing else, right? Like, nigga, you niggas be the biggest chippers ever. Chip, 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 nigga. You chip everything, huh? Nigga, this shit's starting to get corny as fuck. The older I get, I'm starting to realize you niggas have made gangbanging your whole personality. Like, what else do you have to offer besides your hood? Because when a lot of you niggas get pinched, you niggas be calling a nigga like me like, hey, bro, can you get me out? I'm fucked up. Wooty, wooty, woo. You made your whole personality the hood. Like, where you from? And I think that's what's wrong with LA culture right now, too. It's like, y'all made the whole shit about where you from. You don't like, do you like to paint? Snowboard, ski, skateboard, ride a bike, go to the beach, go to the mall. I don't fucking like rocks. Do you like rocks? Cause nigga, I don't know nothing you niggas like more than the set you from. You niggas is putting more on the set than you putting on your rent. Think about it. Niggas is on crib every day, on bloods, on the red homies, on the dead homies. Groove this, groove that. Feel me? Neighborhood this, neighborhood that. On my mama. On hood this, on hood that. Like, they do your whole personality is gangbanging. And my thing is this. Y'all want to know what's wrong with LA music culture? Your whole dynamic.
Okay.
All aboard! It is time to hop aboard my spaceship, because you are now tuned into what is the Matrix TV. I'm your host, Jason Elm Street Williams, master of the universe. And I have an incredible episode with one of my great friends and brothers rolling in from Los Angeles, the great, the magnificent Crip Jesus.
Yes, sir.
So let's get into it, brother. What did you feel directly about that video? Did you agree? Did you disagree? And as you guys watching, did you agree? I want everybody in the chat to type in agree or disagree before I and Brother Crip Jesus goes in. And then the first question to the audience is going to be, did the government create hip hop? But today's topic, we're going to try our best to stick on and then go further, is Los Angeles, Southern California, has gangster rap, prison culture, fled into the streets, and has gang culture taken over Black culture. And what are the ramifications of Los Angeles since gangster rap and hip hop has been infused into the culture of Southern California? And 30 years later, 40 years later, what is the difference of the Black communities in Southern California compared to when hip hop or gangster rap did not exist? And then to end it, now that we see the modern day Black culture, what is
Jason,
the future of Black culture?
You saying like 5 questions, man.
Okay.
Hold on.
This was for the audience to get it going.
You give them like 5, you go confuse them. Let's start with the first part, man. Let's start with the first. I think you're ready for the first part. Because you know I don't agree. Brother. We ain't gonna do that, nigga. Let's go back to the first part. Let's walk it down. We'll get to, because I know what you're doing. You're not slick, bro. I see a lot of Black people do that. That's not you trying to give your rebuttal in your question. I hate when, but that's my biggest pet peeve. State the question. Let the people answer. Let's break it down. Let me give my side. You give your side. Let people side. Don't try to put the rebuttal and convince them in the question. Oh, fuck yeah, I ain't dumb.
I love you.
What's the first
Let me
part?
do a sound effect.
Because we might got to put the video back up. Oh, let's put
all right, I got it. I got it.
Oh, you got it.
Oh man, here we go, y'all.
That video, I want to say something, bro, because this is why. You went and said CIA and hip hop. That ain't what that video talking about. Now, if you break that down in your answer, but that video is saying something specific that you know I want to answer to. He's picking on LA. He ain't say nothing about the CIA and he didn't go that deep. He said, play the video.
Okay. Here I
got
come,
some
y'all.
of his ass. You gave me an hour to study too? Oh, yeah. I ain't come to play. No.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Here we go, y'all.
Picking on LA gangster rappers. This is crazy.
I'm trying to realize you niggas have made gangbanging your whole personality. Like, what else do you have to offer besides your hood? Because when a lot of you niggas get pinched, you niggas be calling a nigga like me like, hey, bro, can you get me out? I'm fucked up. Wooty, wooty, woo. You made your whole personality the hood. Like, where you from? And I think that's what's wrong with LA culture right now, too. It's like, y'all made the whole shit about where you from. You don't like, do you like to paint? Snowboard, ski, skateboard, ride a bike, go to the beach, go to the mall. I don't fucking know rocks. Do you like rocks? Cause nigga, I don't know nothing.
We're gonna pause it like you do in certain videos.
Yeah, let's break it down. Yeah. Okay.
So hobbies. When you ask most brothers in Southern California in general, are they talking about snowboarding, going to the beach, college, or is the culture gangbanging, thugging, sagging your pants behind your back? What is the overall culture for Black people or Black men in Southern California, Crip Jesus?
Okay, now, before I try to defend him, my name is Crip Jesus. So, you know what I'm saying? So, I'm probably one of the type of people he's talking about. And my thing with that is this. I feel like this, homie. He's not the first person I heard this from. And I feel like it's a big thing people got to look at. I know I'm building it up, but just let me get there. Is that how can you feel that way unless it's you that do that? Think about not the one that do it, but I'm saying that you that's around that. Like if you live in a family or you live in a neighborhood full of then say that then. Say, man, I'm tired of my cousins or I'm tired of my neighborhood because me being an LA native, born and raised, been in prisons out here, hanging out. Bro, I leave my hood every day and go to little cool areas where nobody's talking about gangbanging. That's me. I don't know. And I'm Crip Jesus. I'm Crip Jesus. Okay, I go to, nigga, I can pass La Brea right now and take you to a coffee shop where nobody's worried about gangbanging. I can take you on Wilshire right now to you know what I mean, where there might be Crips and Bloods there, but nobody's on that type of time. What I've realized is that everybody wants the fun and then wants to, it's like that white people shit. They want to have fun with you, they want to judge you after. So a lot of people like to hang with gangbangers all day and use whatever resources they can use from them, and then turn around and say, "Oh, you niggas don't do nothing but this and that." Like that's the dudes he hang around. Why he don't hang with his other friends he know from high school, middle school, and elementary, that don't gangbang? How does he even know that people have this as their whole personality? Now, if he's talking about musically, then I don't agree with that. But even because he said the music scene, I believe, because once again I'll go into algorithm, even though
he's asking, I'm gonna ask you, but the culture.
Yeah,
as individuals, because most Black men, you have family in Southern California, you have family members who gangbang. I don't pretty much.
Yeah, I got one of the biggest Black families in LA that's actually like all the same last name, the Rivers family. I'm probably the only one that really gangbang. It's probably one or two or three others that's affiliated. I think that's a myth too. Like the gangbangers don't make up the majority. They don't. Most people may have affiliation and say, I saw this and that, but if you really think of the school you went to, it probably was 5 or 10 dudes there that was the actual like gangbangers that got locked up and went to juvenile hall, this, that, and the other. I think that we're starting to feed into our own stereotypes, man. That's what I really think, because I'm living in LA, bro. It's not like that. Every block is full of Mexicans, white people. I'm trying to see I'm really passionate about what I'm saying because I live here.
How long have you been out, brother? Because I remember you saying that you noticed that the culture has changed.
No, for sure. But I'm just saying that, because Okay, go ahead.
But let's go for the audience how we were talking earlier. You know, I agree with you there. You know, with not everybody's a gangbanger. When it was junior high and high school, not everybody, but it's like the movie House Party in this analogy. Who were the idiots in the movie House Party 1 and 2? Who were the bad guys? It was full force, right?
Yeah.
The gangsters, the thugs. So for me, watching Kid and Play, you know, the House Party movies was making fun of the thugs and gangsters.
Yeah.
And now the kids who are effing around in school, gangbanging in school, those kids used to be laughed at. Those were considered the idiots who you did not want to be like, right? For the most part.
I can't say right to that. I did not. That was not my experience at all.
Okay, I hear you. So for the most part, those kids who ditched, gangbang, those were not the people you wanted to be.
But no, look what you did. Look, I'm very smart.
Let me end it. So basically,
hold on.
Let me finish the analogy.
You just put ditch with gangbang. In my experience, a lot of the gangbangers was the dudes that was playing on the football team and stuff. Like, you're trying to lock in the gangbangers with the degenerates.
What I'm saying is that the thug and gangbanging, that wasn't cool up until recently. So now being a thug, now being a gangster at school, that's more prevalent as a teacher and as an educator that I've noticed.
Because look. But look where you educate at. We're talking about, he's picking on LA. In LA, the baby mamas I have sex with, their kids go to schools full of Mexicans. They're not gangbanging at all. They're not.
But Southern California just recently became super Mexican.
Bro, Inglewood.
It's all Mexican. But that's an excuse, brother.
Schools.
That's an excuse. I'm a teacher. I'm a teacher, and I would say that's bullshit.
I don't disagree with what you're saying as far as in maybe schools in Southern California as a whole, as LA, and everybody's watching the TV trying to imitate. But in LA, because he's talking about LA, that's why I was so passionate. I was being specific. He's talking about LA, and he sounds like, I hate to say it, he sounds like the typical LA rapper who can't get on, that goes straight to saying, LA rappers all gangbang. LA rappers, that's the first thing they say when they can't get on. It's because everybody can't. No, nigga. Because I got a list right here of a gang of LA rappers that didn't gangbang and got on in current times. I'm not talking about ancient history. You know?
Let's go to it. Would you say the majority of rappers are affiliated with gangs? The majority, not all.
Yep.
Would you say in order to be a famous rapper, the majority of the time, it has to involve some type of street gangbanging thug, one of your songs?
It's the opposite. I think for years, popular rappers hid their gang affiliations. Like, I can name these people. Jeezy was a Crip the whole time. Nobody knew. They actually took his record and made him take blue.
Jeezy brought in the gangster rap to Atlanta, brother. The trap music, the trap anthem, brother.
You cut me off right. I was finna drop the bomb. That's why you do that. Def Jam Records. He was talking. You said he brought it, right? He was saying "cuz" and Blue Rag in his record. Did you know that? And Def Jam made him take it out, bro. So I get what you're trying to say, but facts is facts, homie. These dudes was bangers who they was making take the shit out of their records at the time. You feel what I'm saying?
That's
bro, what I'm saying is not a lie. I couldn't even name the songs, bro. That dude said, "Eight's up, A-Town down, peace up." He says, "Bouncing through the club with my black flag." In the original version, he said, "Bouncing through the club with my blue flag, my blue." He's from Mactown, Gangster Rap. Def Jam made him take that out. They said, "Nah, bro, because this is what I'm saying. Nobody want to listen to. It's not LA, homie. Each city."
Wait. Hold up.
No, because they can only be with trap.
Let me finish it. Who influenced Young Jeezy, brother? I was there. All my albums that I could grab right now were done at Fat Effects, John L. Lankerston. And if anybody in the music is really in the music industry on the West Coast, and you had an album pressed up, you got it pressed up at Fat Effects. So I used to see the BMF brothers. It was Jonell at Fat Effects who put on BMF, bro.
That's not what we talking about.
But what I'm saying is that Big Meech, but what I'm saying, Big Meech and Blue Da Vinci used to be up there, and Blue Da Vinci, that's the recipe of Young Jeezy. And regardless of gangbanging, Young Jeezy brought gangster rap. But you're making an excuse for gangster rap culture. At the end of the day, you're making an excuse saying, "Oh, he didn't say Crip. It's okay." No, that dumb idiot.
I can speak for myself. You say I'm saying no. You didn't let me finish what I was saying. I'm saying that Jeezy promoted Atlanta's version of gangster rap. Everybody wants to single out LA. Atlanta version of gangster rap is called trap, and it's so much the Atlanta version that even though he said blue flag and he was a Crip, they said nah, take that out the song and just keep talking about trap and cocaine because that's y'all version. Oh yeah, Chicago, y'all drill. New York, you NY drill version. Everybody that gave them their version to the point that they didn't start saying, oh yeah, let's mix it. To the industry said, okay, let's mix it. But the point I'm saying is I'm not here to defend gangster rap. That's what you're mishearing. That's why I want to show you my passion. My passion is to defend LA. They want to single us out and say LA taught gangster rap. LA taught niggas to shoot. LA taught niggas to sell dope. LA brought up the pimp rap. That's a lie. And as a matter of fact, I would even go as further to say that we are the thought provokers of hip hop. We had Watts Prophets back when New York still had that hippity hop bullshit. We came when New York and Philly was already doing gangster rap. They had Schoolie D talking about Parkside 5-2 and this and all that. That matter of fact, if you go listen to Parkside 5-2 and Schoolie D, PSK is the name, you will see where they got 6 in the morning and Boys in the Hood from. So that was just LA making their version. Our version became the most popular. So it's a lot of jealousy. And the problem is now we're starting to believe our own jealousy. Now we're starting to repeat this shit. And the jealous people say about us all, yeah, man, I can't believe we created this. Nigga, we ain't create this. And then what's even crazier is that the current gangster rap status is about smoking ops, drilling, and all of that. All that's Chicago shit. No one's ever says fucking Chicago ruining our children. No one ever says this. We still say it's LA when it's clearly for the last 20 years Chicago. And for 20 years before that, I would say they tried to make it LA. But I challenge you to show me, like, during the time that they claimed gangster rap was so prevalent in LA, New York and then was making the most gangster shit. That's when the firm was dropping. When I was growing up, the homies I hang with that actually had guns and sold dope, we listened to Jay-Z. We listened to Noriega, M.O.P., Mobb Deep, Rough Riders. We ain't listening to we listen to Dub C and all that when we go to the auntie house and Crip walk for breakfast. And that shit was like funny to us. Like that was gangbanging. That was LA cultural, like they got that too though. They got dudes from their projects and all that make songs about dissing other dudes and killing other dudes. But my boy, I went on a tangent. My point was that Jeezy is the Atlanta version. That's why even though he was a Crip, he didn't even promote that. You get what I'm saying? Like that, I think that's a misunderstanding. They claim everybody imitating LA, but back when there was dudes that was from LA gangs back then that didn't say it. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's more like, look at Ghetto Boys. Is that gangster rap? They Texas.
I hear you. It's a label, just like they labeled it hip hop. They were able to put a name that didn't exist in that sense and make it an entity. So whoever said, like they said, oh, we called it hop, or some people said it was hip, and then a so-called pale-skinned Jew said, well, let's call it hip hop, and that is magic. So that would mean if the original name and art form, let's say we were just doing it, let's say we didn't even have a name to it, but eventually someone who had a business in mind put a name on it, that's an entity, that's a spirit. And if those people had an objective in mind to bring about certain cultures on certain coasts, and at the end of the day, whether it was the East Coast, then the West Coast, then down south, then Midwest, they could have it everywhere.
You say that doesn't matter. That's what the whole conversation is about. The conversation is about, for me at least, you brought me, when you called me on the phone, it was about LA. It was about that damn post. You said we was gonna pause it and keep going through.
Well, yeah, I was trying to do it right now.
singling out LA rappers. So you're gonna get this energy from me the whole time. I'm not here to talk about hip hop. I understand hip hop is fucked up with gangster rap. I'm talking about blaming it on LA. I'm not accepting that. Hip hop gangster rap, yeah, that's a whole nother video for sure. I'm with you on that. The Devilsh, CIA, all that. But as far as LA, nah.
Think about it. Niggas is on crib every day, on bloods, on the red homies, on the dead homies. Groove this, groove that. Feel me? Neighborhood this, neighborhood that. On my mama. On hood this, on hood that. Like they do everything. Your whole personality is gangbanging. And my thing is this. Y'all want to know what's wrong with LA music culture? Your whole dynamic is where you from. Your whole dynamic is gangbanging. Like I get it, but I don't get it. Like if you use that shit to get, some traction, do your shit, woo-woo. But your whole career is based on that. Like everything you talk about is based on who got a DP and who getting put off, and niggas is telling, and niggas is Instagram is like the telling radar. Everybody telling, but ain't nobody got no paperwork going on. Everybody listen, bro, you have made your whole life gangbanging. Most of these niggas that I'm talking about is old as fuck. Nigga, I need you niggas to take care of your children, gang. I need to see you niggas have more football games for them kids. Daycare, picking up your kid. I need to see y'all with y'all kids.
Hey, I guarantee you made your whole life gangbanging. Guess what? We no longer give a fuck. And some of you niggas are still gangbanging. The only people you ever hear talk like that is the ones that's doing it, bro. Because the rest of us are living regular life. I'm in LA.
Would you say so you're disagreeing with them that the gangbang culture has influenced the black community and that has contributed to single fatherhood, prison, jail, miseducation, and being a gangbanger is popular now? It's pop culture. You're disagreeing with that, brother?
You gonna let me answer? Look, I'm disagreeing with him saying that's not what he's talking about. I don't know why you keep going there with it. He talking about LA rappers and LA dudes. He's not talking about the whole culture. He talking about LA. And I'm saying for him to say LA rappers, their whole personality is the dead homies on the blue, on this and that. That proves to me that that's what he listens to. Because I listen to LA rap, bro. I live on 35th and Western. I listen to LA rap all day. I'm surrounded by LA rappers. I hang around them. We got all type of different rappers. The problem is people listen to gangster rap. No, not even gangster. People listen to gangbang rap. They secretly listen. This is y'all secret. This is y'all little secret thing y'all like to admit. It's the shit y'all listen to when y'all not on these lives. And y'all come on the live and say, this is all y'all make. Because y'all not listening to the niggas that make all the other good shit in LA. Y'all on that. Not us. Y'all on that. Y'all on that. I just dropped Blue Tang. Niggas just say, niggas ain't got no Blue Tang. I'm just saying, like, bro, niggas choose to listen to that shit, bro. And then they try to get mad and judge. Bro, I got homies. First of all, my hood, one of the most popular hoods in LA right now. I got homies that spit. But they're going to listen to 4 extras before them. They're going to listen, bro. It's what the people choose. This shit ain't got nothing to do with the bro, come on, man. Like, I hear niggas, but they always got to speak in general. When I get to saying names and dates and real shit, they can't deny it. Because the facts is the facts, bro. What's that shit called? Where all the rappers and shit be. Project Blow. That's in my hood. But if they put it, but there's videos on YouTube that say Project Blow. Do hip hop heads type in Project Blow? What they do? They type in 4 extras, bro. Let's tell the honest truth. When I get in the car with my homies that don't bang, that I think is gonna talk about Project Blow, the new Medusa project, and Planet Asia, you know what they talk to me? They say, "What's up, off the bat?" That's what they say when I get in the car with my homies that don't bang. Not my homies that don't bang, Jason. Let's talk about that. Why is it the niggas that don't bang so obsessed with the shit? That's what I see in Cali and outside of Cali. Because they claim it's all gangster rap, and then whenever you start naming all the rappers that don't bang, what's the first thing a nigga that don't bang say? Oh, well, that's those guys. No, nigga, why you don't listen to your peers? Why do you, Mr. Don't Bang Cali, listen to all Bang Cali? That's strange to me. They complain after. If they like it, fuck it, like it, love it. But why complain after? Why listen to only gang bang rappers and just say, this shit? No, before you play me. No. Before you play me, let's play that fat motherfucker. I bet you he gang banging. No, don't play me because that's gonna break up the. Let them hear him. They just heard him talking all that shit, right? Oh yeah, I'm
not playing some music. I don't know.
No, I got some shit for this fat motherfucker. fat bitch ass motherfucker. Yeah. I dug him up. Come down real quick. Let me come up there. I dug his ass up. And I found him. I dug his fat ass up. He's a gangbang rapper. Just like a soft ass. He's like a baby mama when they get mad at you. My baby daddy do this and he do that. Oh, you was loving this shit last week. It ain't going so good this week. The other gangbang rappers ain't feeling your shit. Fat Meech. Put this fat motherfucker on the screen. Type in Fat Meech 30s to the 100s.
Oh, brother.
Type it in, man. Let them see him. Because now we're going to see the messenger himself. Okay. I got it on the screen already. Just let me go up. I got it right
go
here.
ahead.
You got to pull yours down. Oh, okay. No. Fat Meech.
Gonna do
Everybody got to be held accountable. Don't let that man escape. Play his.
I don't know who he is. I didn't know he was a rapper.
You can on the stage, or you can just type in Fat Meech 30s to the 100s.
You said you're gonna do it, right? You know how to do it?
You gotta pull yours down. You gotta hit the add to the stage button. Okay. Pull yours down. I gotta add mine. All right.
So I'm gonna play the video while you look for it, or you already have it ready?
No, we about to get this real fast. Hold on. Okay. This ain't gonna be no problem at all. Okay. I'm trying to figure out why it ain't popping up. What the hell is that? That's your stuff still, bro. That's your stuff still. That's your slides.
Oh, here you go. It's added to the stage.
You gotta take it off the stage so I can add mine.
Everything is on.
The slide is up there right now. Okay, keep it like that. Don't add nothing.
Okay.
What the fuck? I don't know what's going on. What screen is this? Look, damn, man.
There's one called Fat Meech Fight for Your Life.
Oh, no. I know what it is. I don't know what's going on with the damn screen right now.
Well, back to the subject, y'all. So basically, what do y'all feel watching this? I'm gonna try to get to share the video that we've been replaying. But everyone watching this live, do you feel that LA rap culture, now that you hear Crip Jesus saying he was raised there, born there, and he's there, and it's not like that in his perspective, but has this small pocket in America in the negative aspect of Black American gangbang culture in Los Angeles? Who has popularized that? And has it gone to a worldwide stage, like Crip Jesus was saying, that has influenced the world to embrace the most negative aspect of the most degenerate culture? That
I got his ass right here.
That isn't a reality.
I got his ass right here. Mm-hmm.
And they do it because Los Angeles is our epicenter, y'all.
I would even go as far. He might be even paid. He might even be getting paid to say this shit. Because why would he say that? Look at the video, Jason. Jason, look at the video. Does that look like the video of a guy who was just saying what we were just watching? I thought he said we made banging in the whole personality. It's like that's what he does. Maybe it didn't work. Maybe his views didn't go like he thought, so now he's mad. See, sometimes you gotta check the messenger.
Got a weapon for protection. I'm gon' slide out of bounds with no whistle. He gon' die. From the 50s to the 100s, I'm high.
From the 50s to the 100s, wearing orange. Come on, Jason. Come on, bro. So this is what I'm saying. it's easy to throw us all in, but this is what we do by doing that. We let the devil himself promote himself. So what he does is he go do some devil shit and he come back. It's like gangbangers do this shit. You hear gangbangers talk about we need to fix the community. They're the main ones talking that bullshit. Nigga, stop fucking up the community. We don't get to fix it. Just stop doing the shit, stupid ass nigga. That's his fat hoe ass. Common nigga, that nigga probably got kids and all that, nigga. I'm dead serious, bro. I'm popping it, but I'm dead serious. Nigga probably got kids and all that. We'll sit right there talking about murking niggas, pimping hoes, all that with the kids, and then get on the social media because he can't go viral. Oh, don't you hate how LA rappers only gangbang? Shut the fuck up, man. Go up there and name the LA rappers that don't gangbang and put them into the people's awareness and lift them up. Nigga don't want to do that. Complaining is just another way of feeding more energy to the devil. It's still feeding them. It's still promoting them. If I come and say, man, them niggas be killing niggas every day. They kill this nigga, kill. And all we do is news about how these niggas kill niggas all day, every day. Pretty soon, they're going to be the hottest niggas. They may be known as killers, but they still the hottest niggas. That's what he does.
Go back on the screen.
Said a little bro got his photo. Juvenile language is geeky and that's so dope. Game hang now, tiny man, I'm trying to show you. Hit the 4 yard, the need all gonna poke you. 50s to the 100s, we swooped up with the locals. Crack a bad bitch and put my dick in her vocals. Famous gang bangs, we ain't fucking with no posers. Train number 6, I'm a whack a double over. And if a nigga see me, then I'm sliding with the blower. And I keep a T-hat face, that's just to show it. And I'm shooting for the stars if they ask me where I'm going. Famous gang banger in the field, still scoring. Purple jeans up, doing right around blurring. Make a nigga bounce, skies on Michael Jordan, hey.
That's the guy talking. You're on mute. Crip Jesus, you're on mute.
Oh, my bad. I'm over here going crazy. Look, there you go, Jason. There you go, Mr. Non-Gangbanger. There you go. There you go. Man, come on, man. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, these be the dudes who promote this shit, and they turn around and say, why are we promoting this shit? This is he wants some sympathy. He want to go viral off of talking about the same niggas he promote. This is some stupid shit. Like, bro, that's all it is. He wants some reaction and some engagement. But the fact of the matter is, bro, LA is so different now. It's changed so much. It's got so much different people and stuff. You would literally have to choose to be in that type of world. Unless you're born into it, you have to go. It ain't like before. It ain't like you just go out in the hood. Everybody know. You got to go to the block of it, where they at, where everybody at. Like, it ain't like that. So that fat nigga chooses to be on some gang shit.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Can y'all hear me well?
Yes, sir. Can you hear him? You tuned in from the phone. Yeah.
Okay, so that's the dude that was talking about LA rap being all about gangbanging, right?
Yeah.
While he's currently in a video full of gangbangers.
With all the Hoovers of all people. Like the gangbangers that blatantly bang on their songs.
One of the gangbangers literally said, I'm a famous gangbanger.
Yeah. I'm whacking out O's. 6K.
Said he's gonna kill someone.
He's criticizing LA gangster rap.
Yeah, while making it.
How does he go back to the niggas that he's in the video with?
No, that's the point. No, I got you. I got the answer. They're fell off now. The dude in the video is in jail now. See, this is what I'm saying, bro. This is classic LA. You use it till it can't be used no more, then you diss it. That's why they hate me, because I won't diss it. I'll tell the truth and say it's bad when you do this and that, but they want me to throw away crib. Ain't you Shabaka Tamaka Paka Paka now? You know what I'm saying? That's what his whole ass want to do. Oh, trade with jail and all the homies. And why do y'all do this? No, you just do better, nigga. Don't worry about the fuck we doing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So that's called projection.
Projection. You know thank you, brother.
That's called projection. When you're doing something, you point a finger at somebody else for doing what you're doing.
That's all it is.
If you ask me,
bro.
You understand what I'm saying?
I see LA rap. He ain't the only one. I hear LA rappers talk like this, especially in private all the time. I'd be like, bro, come on, homie. Like, let's be real. Like, and I'm gonna keep it real. I get it. I know where it comes from, but it wasn't until I got on my, like, I'll say 2023. Because in 2022, I was still with Crip Mag. You know what I'm saying? Going to No Jumper. I was in the mix of the LA gangbang sound. So I know what I'm talking about. Once I consciously decided, man, this shit looking a little tricky. Ooh, I'm about to kind of go this way. I had to think to myself, I had to struggle with this within myself. Where do I go in LA? what the fuck is there a rap scene besides the gang banging? And guess what I realized? It's been there the whole time.
Absolutely.
The fucking gang scene, we forcing ourselves into that. This was so lie about the LA rap scene. There is no LA rap scene in the gang scene. A lot of rappers force themselves into the gang scene to use that credibility. But there's a rap scene in LA. And most of the gangbang rappers are scared to come here because they can't rap. So you don't see them at the Razzcast 5 mics. You don't see them at the Project Blows and all that. But this shit been in LA. It's just that nobody want to talk about it. And whenever you bring it up, what niggas say, oh, it's just a little bit. It don't matter. Let's go back to complaining. No, let's shine some light on this shit, man. You feel me? Everybody want to complain. You feel what I'm saying?
Absolutely. That's easier to do. It's easier to complain than do anything else.
We got Tyler the Creator, Hit Boy, Draco the Ruler. Let's say Draco the Ruler, because some people may say, well, I don't like Tyler. Okay. Well, Draco was considered part of the whole criminal, street underworld hip hop scene.
Yeah. Oh, there's tons of them though. Absol, Vince Staples. I mean, come on, we can give countless examples.
So I don't get even Ice Cube, the biggest one. Ice Cube. He wasn't gang banger. He was trying to redefine gangster and make it political, make it mean like, yeah, gangsters stand up against the politics, fuck with Farrakhan. Ooh, like, come on, that was the whole point of what he was pushing. I guess it went over niggas' heads.
Yeah, absolutely. And
he was pushing gangster family, make movies, but he don't gotta preach to a nigga all day. He was showing us everything niggas claim and brag and toot they nuts about. Cube doing. Cube made a league. Are we supporting the motherfucker? No, we still complaining.
I said I want Ice Cube to have his league when we have the land and have our stadiums, and we don't play at the staple arenas in the Madison Square Gardens. I feel that Ice Cube is a great example of what we will have on our land. So when people come to see the best athletes in Southern California or Riverside, Thunder Rock, let's say the Washita and Choctaw Indians versus the LA Choctaw and Washita. And you got to come to see those brothers and sisters play on our land. So basically, we're going to build wealth through our sports. That's really what we did when we would settle wars and battles, like rap battles and sports battles, and we start betting on that. So instead of the slot machines, we don't play in the NBA, NFL, their rap leagues and all that, and we only have that on our land. All the other races will come to our land to see us perform, to see us play basketball, rap, sing, music. We'll have restaurants, we'll have businesses, fresh food. That's the idea. So I agree with that. But still, it brought up a great question, a dialogue that we're talking about. But then it brings up the question of, I agree with you with 100%. But then there's the other side of people who say Jay was Ice Cube, CIA, and brought in. But I bring up, Jesus brings up a great point. Compared to, let's say, Ice Cube and Snoop Dogg, did they both redeem themselves with what they've done?
Well, Cube and Snoop, I feel, are completely different. Cube was always pushing the political thing. Cube went on to make movies. Then from there, he evolved to Are We There Yet? He evolved with his albums. I remember he started, after a while, it got more political, right? Snoop, no. Snoop is exactly what I'm talking about, by the bullshit. Snoop came with the pimp shit. When I was growing up, Crips wasn't pimps. Crips used to actually beat up pimps and rob them and tell them get the hell out of here. Then all of a sudden, after Snoop and bossing up and all of that, I'm with you. Whole Southern California. That's right. Snoop is that influential because Snoop is not just a Crip. He's a rapper. So after and all of that, I've met a lot of hoes and pimps telling me from South California who's like fake hoes and pimps or just got some history or whatever. Oh yeah, bossing up was my shit. Bossing up turned me out. Bossing up. I know. Remember, I'm born in the 80s. So for my generation, that was the first time we ever saw some shit like that. I would even say maybe the only time. Now, since him, there's been other rappers that's got like some, Nipsey Hussle, I'm a Crip pimp type of. Now they kind of mix it in. But Snoop was for sure the first one to come with that weird shit. Snoop, even the Crip shit wasn't like, you notice when he was on death row, he used to just wear the blue or whatever. Once he left Death Row, they started making him like say it and shit, like really push it, right? But then he mixed it with the Rasta and this and that. So Snoop, to me, is one of the people who has been very confusing and very like people will take whatever he's doing and say, you LA rappers do this or you LA rappers do that. That's not true. Like most LA rappers don't even rap like Snoop. How many niggas you know personally from LA that be like, yeah, it's me, the John Levon, they're coming through. No. Niggas rap more like Pac and shit than it is Snoop. You want to be real. Like, you know what I mean?
Then what's crazy is Ice Cube, was he born in California? Snoop was born in Kansas.
Yeah, Snoop is not from
here. And neither is Tupac.
Snoop is from like Mississippi.
Kansas or Mississippi.
Cube was born in LA.
Cube is the only big time famous rapper.
Cube is not a Crip though.
Because Ice-T is from New Jersey, right?
Yeah, Ice-T is from New Jersey. He was a teenager. But look at Ice-T and Ice Cube are not no Crips though. See, I've been pointing this out to people. They use these words loosely. Though they're not gangster rappers. They were just rapping about what was going on. They came in the same era in the 80s as Cool G Rap, it's Schoolie D. There's other rappers that rapped just like them. It's just that.
But there were options back then too, though.
No, I'm saying once they came with the program, like you said, Gangster Rap, 91, because they gave it a name. Once they said 91 magazine article, the Gangster Rap. Like once they gave it that title and packaged it up as a package, LA was the chosen. You know what I'm saying? The breeding
ground. 90s gangster rap. Go ahead. It says Hollywood, that.
You got the movies.
The PSYOPs propaganda and gangster rap, 1990, because the 80s we were still on Bobby Brown, Michael Jackson. I was listening to the Dangerous album, and even in the song Jam, you can hear Michael. Dun, 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 he's rapping, and he got that from LA. You know, he was out here hanging around with the Crips, correct? So that's interesting. So Ice Cube is really and Eazy-E, and they killed Eazy-E. Do you feel that what is your opinion? Do you feel if Eazy-E was alive today, gangster rap would have taken a different direction? Because like Ice Cube started, like you said, he had Farrakhan, he had Khalid Muhammad, even though Khalid Muhammad said that Ice Cube distanced him because of the record label, which I can understand if you wanted to make a global impact to where he's at now, because they shot Khalid Muhammad at UCR, which is Riverside, University of California, Riverside. You guys look it up. That's where they shot Dr. Khalid Muhammad. They tried to kill him there. But Ice Cube had to distance himself from the Nation of Islam. Do you feel that was necessary, of course, to get to the level he's at? And we shouldn't call Brother Ice Cube a sellout? How do you feel with that compared to the LA rappers currently?
I thought the question was about Eazy-E.
Okay. Well, if Eazy-E was still here, do you feel the trajectory of Los Angeles Compton culture would be different because Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre, who were the commercial faces of hip hop, who commercialized gangster rap, they wouldn't have been able to blow up because Eazy-E.
Man, why you always putting your answer in the question?
Oh, okay.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Are you asking me the question, nigga? You already answered it saying, yeah, Dre and Snoop wouldn't have been able. I don't feel that way.
Okay. So I'm asking, okay.
So Snoop blew up while Eazy was alive, so I don't get what you're saying by that.
Well, with real motherfucking G's, I still felt that there was still another world, another balance, another opinion. There was like an example in school, they teach us this information, but there wasn't next day you go to another school where they say, no, that shit's bullshit. So
no, it's not. Brother. I'm saying, you said, do I think? Well, my bad. That was the extra part. But I'm saying on the extra part of the question, and then we'll go back to the beginning. You had said you added in Snoop and Dre wouldn't have been able to commercialize it, but they did that while Eazy was alive. You see what I'm saying?
True. Okay.
And they didn't commercialize it. So let's get straight here. They just artists. Jimmy Iovine commercialized. Eazy-E just an artist. Jerry Heller commercialized it. You feel me? So this is how I feel about that. Eazy-E, we have to stop making it like these people are like, you know, I know it looks like they're on the screen like, yeah, I'm this guy, but this is a product put together. Somebody wrote the lyrics, somebody else made the beat, somebody said, you get what I'm saying? He's imitating Schoolie D. 5 in the morning driving down my door. To us it sounds, oh, that's so hard. Ooh, man, he real. But little dude niggas know that's from a song in Philly, bro. I can play the song right now if you want me to. Wow. There's one called Parkside Killers, the other one called Parkside 5-2, because he's from a hood called Parkside. He'd be like rolling down the street and slap the hoe. And he's from Philadelphia. So he was imitating. You get what I'm trying to say now? Eazy-E's a product at the end of the day. Love him, all that, but it's a product, bro. So before they coined it,
Ice Cube wrote his lyrics.
Exactly. So the whole thing is, here goes a young dude from South Central. He wasn't even from Compton. He's writing it for him, straight out of Compton. When the Compton, yeah, right. He's the writer. So they created this product, right? Somebody in the comments of my thing said product of their environment. No, that's not what I'm talking about. No, it's not what I'm talking about. You're a product of their environment that was created by the white man to project onto you. How about that? His environment before wasn't like this environment now. They want us to think that, like, yeah, back then it was holes every corner. No. It was morphing into that. So this is what they do. Jerry Heller is the one. If I had to go into all the deep CIA shit, I wouldn't think Eazy-E was like, I wouldn't go that far. Like Eazy-E was born from it. His grandfather was really from this country. I wouldn't go that deep. I would say it was Jerry Heller is the agent in this case. You get what I'm saying? He drives up to Jerry Heller. He's trying to get on. The story is he drove to Hollywood and gave Jerry Heller some money and said, man, I don't even know where to begin with this. Just put me on. Like, you know what I mean? Just manage me, whatever. So the point I'm saying is that remember Cube left. And let's not go off his words. What did Cube do when he left? He went to New York, the home of hip hop, and he got with Public Enemy. Some brothers like what you talking about. Real Consciousness, Real Nation, Really Connected. That's not by coincidence. He was making a statement saying, man, without snitching, like, but he did make the song, y'all getting fucked with no Vaseline. We want to take it as a metaphor. I think he really meant that. I think they were over there getting their cheeks took. He was trying to expose the Diddy shit going on back then. You feel what I'm saying?
You claim you're a gangster, but you moved to Riverside.
Right? So
Riverside.
No, but even with that, what he's pointing out is this.
I know MC Ren stayed down the street.
But I'm saying, but look what he's pointing out back then. Now we know the truth. Back then, the kids was thinking that these niggas still lived in their hoods. They was teaching them like, yeah, go shoot to this, go do to that. Like, you know what I'm saying, bro? You're like this the way it is now, where you're like a rapper still in your hood, and you go viral, and you go shoot somebody, and they go make a song and come back. They was trying to make it like that back then. It just wasn't working yet. That's why I won't let LA get the blame, because I'm like, bro, they tried it with LA. They made the Bloods versus Crips soundtrack. They did the movies and all that. It fucked the city up and all that. But
the Unity one.
But the one that got everybody saying the same thing. If you ask me, is Chicago, bro. I feel like they tried with LA, but Chicago's the one where it's like, bro,
it took to a whole nother level.
I'm saying this, like. Because look, I'm not blind, bro. I see what they was trying to do then with the dissing and the I see it. So it did happen then. You can't get what I'm saying. It was building up then. You had the Tupac.
The program was built here in Compton.
That's what I was trying to say. To me, I will accept that blame that the program seems to have started with the program here. But to say that we like the only ones or we the worst or that's all we do, I don't agree with that. I'm like, bro, I see LA. I see a lot of different artists in LA, bro, but let's just be real, homie. That gang shit, it's not just about being violent and wrong. That was a black culture that had not been exposed yet. So when it got exposed, it was like, whoa, that's just human nature. Whether it was the CIA or not, it was human nature to see a culture. It's a lot going on. That's how we feel about
gangs were created by the CIA.
But what I'm saying is, bro, they want to blame LA. Did you not feel like selling drugs when you used to listen to the New York rap in the 90s?
No.
Man, you crazy. What the fuck? No, you didn't?
My hip hop, that's the thing. For I myself at that time, I liked MC Hammer. I liked Will Smith. I liked Kid and Play. I listened to Rakim. I did listen to Snoop. I had a Snoop Dogg picture on my wall.
Those cleanest, nicest rappers on purpose.
But
why you doing this, brother? Why you doing this, brother?
But no, I had a Snoop Dogg picture on my wall.
I didn't say
understood the game, but he did come out. Everyone was throwing up gang signs. Everyone.
Okay, so listen to what I'm saying. You keep going back to that. I'm accepting that. If you're saying that Dub C and Snoop and Mem just saying this is where I'm from, this is how I dance. They just being they self. This is where I'm from. This is how I dance. Made other people want to gangbang. You're telling me, but you said no already. But I'm gonna re-ask it. You're telling me in the 90s when all them New York rappers started talking about they the firm, they the Italian mob, they selling dope, Raekwon, Ghostface. That didn't make niggas want to sell drugs?
I'm sure in that time, I'm sure it did. Yes. Of course.
Like come on. They started that whole cocaine mob boss.
But that's what I said on the East Coast. It was that, but when it came to gangster rap, they were still saying Gods, peace, God, peace, son. You're telling me Wu-Tang wasn't one of those brothers weren't saying God?
Name me 2 New York albums saying Peace God 95 that wasn't Wu-Tang.
Bro, the African Mambata stuff was Egypt. Brand Nubian was Egypt.
96?
The New York hip hop New York hip hop that I listened to was Don't Push Me, cause that type of
the
stuff.
80s. You're not.
All right, so 90s.
I'm a hip hop head. No, I know what you're doing.
All right, so 90s.
That's the 80s.
All right, so who's 90s? Heavy D.
In the 90s, they was making gangster rap with us.
Oh, you're talking about Nas, like you said, Noriega.
No, MOP, Mobb Deep, Rough Riders, Biggie, Onyx, Big L. Like, what are you talking about, bro?
Yeah,
like,
Big L was their killer. Yes, correct. It was
DMX.
Yes, all gangster rap, but without the label. Correct. Yes. But still talking that negative, but we're keeping it on the subject of LA.
I'm going as far as to say that they had an influence. That's what I'm saying. Like, because like I said, I'm not denying nothing you're saying, even though I'm getting a little aggressive. I'm just defending LA. I'm saying that that is true. But guess what? The New York rappers, they started making like how we started making everything about where we from and the hood and all that, which is let's be honest, like you said, that is the culture in Southern California. They started making it like, yo, what up, Poppy? Where the scale at the beginning of the track and shit? Like, what the hell? Like, they made it to where it's like the whole world is selling drugs, and there was a lot of people listening to them felt the same way.
I agree, and it influenced them. Same thing with New Orleans. I'm sure all of New Orleans is in Juvenile, Lil Wayne, and all that. So at the end of the day, when we look at then the top rappers coming out, were they all pretty much CIA agents, except for the ones who kind of left to the movies and got pushed out? And are the rest of the ones who were left after the 90s, are they all government agents?
No, their handlers are. It wouldn't work that well if they were the actual agents. You see what I'm saying?
Well, an agent comes amongst the people, the handler is in the background, and they report to them.
I'm saying
they live in the mansions and hills.
Well, what I'm trying to say is,
so before Rick Ross, a lot of those rappers, they were CIA agents, bro.
No, because a CIA agent is someone where it's like you're trained up in it, or you join the CIA, they sent you on the mission. I'm not saying none of them.
The mission is to be a rapper. We're gonna make you famous. We're gonna blow this up.
I'm not gonna say they just completely not. I'm with you on that, Jason. I ain't on no square shit. Like, no, none of the rappers are CIA agents. No, there are a gang of rappers who are CIA agents. Believe it or not. But what I'm saying is, for it to really work, just people. I'm saying, G-Body taught me this. For it to really work, would you just want your agents, or would you want one of them who you can work with? You see what I'm saying? One of the ones born and raised from the actual shit that I can work with. So I'm not knocking what you're saying. I think they're working with them. You get what I'm saying? Like a Jay-Z, born and raised in Marcy Projects. Now he got Rock Nation. The leader of Rock Nation is some CIA agent bitch that snitched on the cartel. It's obvious right in their face. Like I see it. But do I believe Jay-Z went through the training regimen and joined the CIA and all that? I believe he don't have to. If you're influential enough in your space, we can use you. You see what I'm saying? You can join with us in that way. If that makes sense, what I'm trying to say. Like, I'm not trying to say.
Yes. I agree. So let's get to that other video. We still didn't finish it, y'all. Okay.
and are qualified for AARP cards. I'm gonna be honest, because I done seen niggas, I'm talking about grade everything. Boom, boom. Yeah, nigga, on the set. And on the set, you have a cane. A cane.
And I had to say something real quick. Remember, Set is who? A deity in ancient Kemet, Tamare, Egypt, which now is called Satan. But remember, those are temples, like in your brain, Osiris, the devil and God. One in one temple, the other in another temple, and you in between. So when they do say Set, you know, it's marking the material world, like in a race. It mark, set, go. So always remember, Egypt and Kemet is always intertwined. Same with, let's ask Crip Jesus before we get into it, Crip and crippled. You know, we can look at it on the esoteric level of Crip and blood, and then in the material world as a cripple-minded person or a person part of a set, which is Satan. So let's go on.
Nigga, like, I need you to put more on your job than you do on the block. That shit not making no sense. And no matter where you from, that shit go from here to the other side of the United States. Stop putting more on the set. Stop kicking it always in the hood. Like, that's your whole life. You don't have nothing else to do with your life but sit in the hood and wait to get chipped, or wait to chip something and go away forever. Like, we have to stop making our whole personality gangbanging, a whole personality. Like, that's all you have to offer. You don't like to do nothing else, right? Like, nigga, you niggas be the biggest chippers ever. Chip, 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 nigga. You chip everything, huh? Nigga, this shit's starting to get corny as fuck. The older I get, I'm starting to realize you niggas have made gangbanging your whole personality. Like,
you're starting over.
You have to offer,
but maybe you're influencing this brother to call it out, and maybe he's changing his life. How old was the video? I'm playing devil's advocate because you're influencing people, brother. Just like you said not too long ago, you were making videos and music talking about that. You were, you know, so maybe your influence is helping these brothers, man.
I have a certain method I use, because here's my thing. You'll never see a video of me talking like that. Maybe a clip or something, I don't know. But the thing is, like, you gotta peep the nuance in which he's saying it. Like, even when you say
he's like not part of it, and I'm glad you did that, by the way. Thank you. You added value, because I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's adding a nuance to it of like kind of jokey and look at them, and you get what I'm saying? It's like, bro.
Well, yeah, you let us know. You're transparent. You let us know. I can grab your book right now. If you had not came on the show and even told me, Jay, the whole world might not have known.
Yeah.
So that's why it's imperative to have boots on the ground, like Brother Crip Jesus, in certain sectors, because we get lost in YouTube, we get lost in social media, and we don't know who's credible.
Not to cut you up, I don't look at you no way, because like you said, it's a video. You don't have to be. That doesn't make your message like. And I'm man enough to admit that, whether I agree with you or not. That doesn't take from your message because of him. So that's not. I'm not saying that to challenge you. I'm just standing on my firm with that, because I still don't see nothing wrong with you feeling like, yeah, this shit is wrong. It's a saturation of it. It's too much of it. Like, I'm with you on that, whether I agree or not. Whether, you know what I'm saying? Y'all, man, I'm saying for him, I'm pointing that out. Like, bruh, you is being a hypocrite, and on top of that, it's nothing wrong with changing. Let me point that out, because niggas might say I'm a hypocrite. So I'm saying it's the nuance, it's the energy. You won't see videos with me dissing my homies, whether I agree with them or not. You get what I'm saying? I don't come get that off the back, the 4 extras and the fingers. You know what I mean? You don't see me doing that. I'm going to big them up, hope for the best. You think I'm saying? On the individual level, even if I speak out against the organization. But when he's saying things like, man, everything y'all say is on the hood. That's your whole life. Bro, your songs are the songs that make people do that. You want to hear something even funnier? I wish I could find the video. Jason, I am not lying, Jason M. I just saw a video 2 days ago on my mama of a woman saying, it's this song out that I can't even be singing. It's all catchy, but it's like some gangbanging song. I can't even be singing this song at the gas station. Talk about, I got my protection. I'm gonna slide from the 50s to the 100s. That's his song. It's his song. The girl was complaining about the influential gang songs. It's his song. At a time when LA's making all type of boppers that ain't.
That might be an operative to take away the light from you, brother, because you're the one in LA who's spreading that message of light, love, peace, and harmony, and able to get the brothers who have the boots on the ground an option. You're giving brothers now options, so that could be a distraction, because one thing I applaud you with is you, like I said, you're transparent. You don't come off like, oh, I'm not that. You say, hey, this is who I am. This is where I come from, and that's love. That's being honest, because like I said, I wouldn't have known. Now, what if Crip Jesus had not came on the show? All of us would have been like, yeah. Now we can agree, but check the source. Who's
but
saying
it's still valid if y'all overall? You get what I'm trying to say? Like, I don't feel like
yeah.
It's just that for
the
me,
source that it's coming from. Yeah, because like you said, my bad. You said it. You gave me a perspective. He's saying it to bring attention to himself, not to cause a real awareness, because he's really like that, like us, who really live that life of spreading love throughout our communities in the world. And that matters, y'all. That's the danger of social media, is that people can watch other people's innovative ideas and research and in their hard sweat and their hard life, and us like Crip Jesus and like giving you our real life and our real research through our hard life and beauty of life, and it's our truth. But when other people
give your flowers, I've met people off the internet who know you or know all about you. You get what I'm saying? So me and you know that there's artists out here who's making a living off this shit, and they're not necessarily big in the mainstream or the algorithm. You feel me? So that's another reason why I get so passionate about it, because I know it's coming from a good place when our brothers say that. But I also know that, like I said, I don't want us to keep giving voice to that stereotype and not shining light on those of us that are doing that work, not for money, not for even acclaim, really just to get ripped off most of the time. But because
right,
you know what I'm saying?
Tell them, I give a perfect example before it happened to Nick Cannon and stuff. Like, this isn't for the faint of heart. This isn't fake. Like, for me, those who know a little bit of my story, one of the top hurdlers in the world coming out, predicted to win a possible gold medal and go pro. I got arrested my junior year in college. You know what I'm saying? I had some racist ass cop mess up my life. And so when you get put in those situations where a cop can kill you and there's no one late at night on a deserted college campus, and you got a racist dude calling you nigga and I'm gonna kill you, or like, bro, that for me was one of the first times of fear set in, like, whoa. And so that threw, and then when I was, they were about to send me to prison for some bullshit, and the court paused, and it was like some Saved by the Bell, Zach Morris shit. The court paused, everyone paused in the courtroom, and a voice told me, Jason, it's not real. It's not real. I thought I went crazy. I was like, everyone's right. I went fucking crazy. And I just started preparing my mind for prison, bro. Yeah. And then the judge said, Mr. Williams, and it went, and it said, he's been through all this. It's a shame. I don't believe him. But we're not going to put him in prison. We're not going to send him to jail because the officer was caught lying. And then the other officer admitted that it was an actual test that they were running on me. They could have killed me that night because of my case. Every California State University officer has to have either a squad car cam because of my case, dog. That shit was real, homie. So when I tell people I was beyond president of the Black Student Union at the time, I was captain of my university track team. I was an All-American in track and in high school CIF champion. And so, and I was an artist. When I talk about BMF and Nipsey Hussle and all, I was around all of those dudes. I had tour vans, albums, all that during college. I'm performing at the House of Blues in college while having one of the top times in the country, while working at Best Buy in the cafeteria and captain. So, that's why they got at me. They were trying to kill me that night. And so I tell people that the life that I live, that's fucking real. I had Michael Moore, who made Bowling for Columbine, that cartoon in the movie Bowling for Columbine, Fahrenheit 9/11. He awarded me his first male recipient of the most politically active college student in America, which helped pay for my senior year, because I didn't get to run my senior year because of some racist ass cop. So I got thrown in. I was getting followed by the police on campus, getting followed by the news cameras. I got clips of Fox News. This is real talk, y'all. Yeah. Like to where the Ocean Valley, Deep Valley Crips and brothers from the military were walking with me every day to campus. Literally, a dude was a military brother, but he was from Oceanside, and he saw what was going on. He had the Crips from Oceanside walking with me campus to campus. This shit was real, dog. I was in the newspaper. Type in Jason E. Williams, Cal State San Marcos arrest on your Google, and they'll pop up. So yeah, so when you hear people talk about this political stuff, this conscious stuff, aliens, all this, dog, this is real for some of us. So when you hear other people talk about it and then act like there's something else and they're not, it's dangerous for our people. Same thing with gangster rap. If it's a small pocket of our people only doing that in our communities, but there's a group of people who are not from our communities coming in and giving money to these people who are the minority in our communities, that's the problem. Who has these platforms to give the gangbangers an anthem?
But we don't live in that era now, meaning that they do have the control to a degree, like they can boost up the streams and all that.
Weren't you on Adam 22?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They can boost up the streams and all that, but you still got to watch it, meaning that there's people who know me from Adam 22 who be like, yeah, Crip Jesus, I fuck with him, but they not really, you get what I'm saying? We can talk about all the information, like, you know, and there's artists I know in that way, who I seen the interview or heard one or two songs, right? I'm not really on it like that. So I know that's why I say right now is an opportunity, and I want us to focus on this positive opportunity that I don't want us to overlook. We don't have to complain no more. And that's why I'm so overly passionate, because I used to do that when I was gone for a long time. So when I first came back, I'm like, oh man, we can listen to anything.
How long were you gone, brother?
I did 14 years, right? Mm-hmm. So when I came back and you can listen to anything, I started noticing you can listen to anything, but niggas is listening to nothing. I get in cars sometimes and people almost get nervous when you say, no, put what you want to put on. They're so used to the algorithm feeding them shit, right? It's a new era, bro. So my thing is, now that they don't have control over what you listen to, they're constantly marketing to you. They're constantly saying, oh, listen to this, listen to that, put this on your feed, put this on your feed. But you don't have to listen to none of that anymore. We don't live in the era where everybody listens to the radio. We don't live in the era, right? We live in an era where you have a lot of autonomy over you can listen to classical music all day. You can listen to motherfucking birds chirping, sounds of the wild all day.
How do they find the rappers and artists like you're speaking of if there aren't any platforms in the mainstream where people can find these artists if the algorithm is still controlled? That's
the point. That's the point, bro. That's the point of people like me and you. That's why I'm gonna name these rappers. With people like me and you, we the devil to the algorithm. See, the algorithm, they type in Crip and see me. What the fuck? We're supposed to be learning about the devil and pimping hoes and all that, right? So what did I prove by doing that? I proved that the problem ain't the white man, it's you, nigga. You typed in Crip and saw me and got mad. Why you got mad? He ain't killing nobody. He ain't pimping nobody with it. Oh, that's what you was looking for. Caught your ass. You was looking for the devil and found God and got mad. But they don't want to admit they was looking for the devil. Hey, I be seeing on TV. There's a thing called that. How can I get in there?
Oh, man.
Right? So all I'm saying is, I can admit, bro, there's plenty of artists who are considered gangster. that are on some shit I don't agree with, who I might even type their name in once or twice because they talk about them so much. That's where I do get what you're saying. They're promoting this gangster shit. They're paying to protect this shit. They're putting their all into getting it out there. And the people who are not like that, let's say Planet Asia, for example, he don't got the numbers that the big artists got, but guess what? When you go around, like hang out with him, like wherever he goes, people know him. You know what I'm saying? Like people, like as far as his real life, you know what I'm saying? You got jewelry, you got bitches. Like, so what happens is they kind of cut you out of an inner circle. So you got dudes who are already kind of on, but they're willing to give up their identity and everything to be that extra little on, that lust for that luxury and status. That they wouldn't even admit to you, Jason. They'll tell me and you, oh man, I'm already getting money. Why would I sell out to them crackers? Man, I'm doing shows and all that. But then let 3-4 years pass. You're like, hey, I want to get to that next level. I heard about. How do I get to that next level? Right? It's like, what happened? And that's why I don't believe in they always just CIA agents. Sometimes you watch the grooming. Like, look, they got him like this. Now he doing that. Oh, guess what? Now he gonna get the white girl, have the baby, go political. Look at that.
Perfect. You just said it. So there's sexual grooming and now there's mental grooming. Yeah. They mental groomed us with pimping because in the back, his crest, Snoop's crest, is pimping, business with the gangsters and hoes, money, gang. So it's grooming. The Rastafari making it look like a joke. You know, that was it. Then he did the gospel album.
Or making it seem like you could be Rasta, the dreads and the weed. It don't contradict the gang.
Well, that's when they brought in Lil Wayne with the gang. Yeah, that's what he did. Him and Lil Wayne, that was an operative because when they brought in Lil Wayne with the dreadlocks, it made it popular. 10, 20 years ago, having dreadlocks was considered weird in America. It was not an acceptable trend.
Or you was so down with the Rasta.
You had dreadlocks back in the day. People were like,
yeah, you was either Rasta or you was just a deep ass nigga.
Right, for real. It was that. He
didn't even have dreads. Remember, he locked this shit up while he was doing the little.
Same with Jay-Z. Because
Jay-Z's imitating the gay dude. He's doing Basquiat. He's trying to make it like it's cultural, but he's doing the Basquiat gay dreads. This shit is sick, man.
There you go. So.
And all I'm saying, Jason, is you see how deep we going?
Yeah, because we just did it.
I'm saying we can't do that if we just simplify it to LA on the dead home. You know, that's what they want us to look like. That's the problem. It's like, nah, bro. That, like, okay, for example, when they say that's my op in Chicago, that's just as bad. That's just as destructive. It's just their version. So what I think they did is this. The devil's so smooth. Let me get each version first. That's why I told Jeezy, don't say cuz or blue rag yet. You the leader of trap. I'm with you, brother. I'm saying they brought niggas from LA and all that. This is the LA gang swag, but this is the Atlanta version. So we don't need you to even mention blue rag and that right now. You're the leader of this trap. Okay, you over here in New York, Pop Smoke. You're gonna be the leader of the New York drill. We got you in UK. No one in America even heard of you yet. But we got something for you. When we bring you back to America, you're gonna die and they're gonna be worship you as a ghost. You feel what I'm saying?
And look at on the bottom.
And now it's like that in every city. Every city got the smoke on the op, make your song, y'all diss back and forth. You pull up, drop the low. It's a whole language and culture now. I'm with you, brother. I'm just saying this. I'm with you so much. I'm thinking, hey, bro, let's look at how big it is. That's all I'm saying. Look, let's look how big
it just came to me. So, I said, so we were saying Satan, satanic. In order to make Satan in the set hip hop, which is a culture which will spread, they had to perform blood sacrifices of the gods. And so hip hop, in order to become a temple of a temple of Satan that spread hate, debauchery, they had to start knocking and killing off the artists.
This nigga just cracked the code. So everybody got to be under the deity set. Everybody's under a set.
And then it made the kids of this generation who are younger than us more depressed. We were depressed with Tupac, and that still lingers. Now imagine kids who loved hip hop and Nipsey gets killed, Pop Smoke gets killed, the young guy who's going to get Drake gets killed, and Keith was killed. That's tragedy. He's superhero dying. Yeah. And then they start making music that summer. Then they start bringing in the death dress, and then you have to get the top men to intermarry outside of their race to have the mixed kids take them away from the fathers. That's why they're giving all the money when they leave the black man, so they can program the mixed kids to rule over the next generation of black kids, because Black America is attempting to be made into the temple of Set, the temple of Satan.
Yo, listen, you inspired me. Would you go as far as to say, because we're so secular and non-religious now, we can't see the truth? But these men who are being given the device to go, and spread pure devilishment.
That's what the movie Sin was about.
Like wand, you will make people kill. You will make people steal. You make women prostitute.
Yes.
You will break generations of humans.
Yes.
By just uttering words.
Yes. That's Rakim. That's Rakim. Watch the movie. Watch Rakim's first video. Watch Rakim's first video. Watch it, y'all. Watch Rakim's video and he shows you he's the devil. I promise you, watch it again. I want to pull it up.
Hey, check this out, God.
You guys go watch Rakim. He turns into the pan.
You know, if we went to the Supreme Alphabet, your name would be Justice Allah Supreme Cipher now, right? Now, this is a report. I'm telling you why. That's in New York, though. Not saying that the Supreme Alphabet don't apply everywhere, but we know it's most popular in New York, to where in New York, that was like the gang culture. When me and you was growing up, we heard that 5% stuff. We thought them was the killers and the drug dealers in New York, right? That was like their version. Check this out. I heard DMX freestyling. And guess what he said? He said he's the divine master of the unknown. In the Supreme Alphabet, D means divine, M means master, and X means unknown. Is that a coincidence, Jason? No. So here goes another 5%er, not just a nigga's own conscious thing saying, oh my God, no, actual initiated 5%er, divine master of the unknown. How the fuck he end up signed to a label talking about, I'm with the devil? Every song about the devil, raping, blood, sweat. What happened? Now you on crack. Now you just died. Brother, are we blind? We're not seeing these people drugging our people?
And the last time I saw DMX, y'all,
we're so blinded by the shiny things and by the fame and the shiny things, we don't even see it, Jason.
I love you. You're right. And the last time I saw DMX, he was out here in the Inland Empire at the Orange Show. And he was driving in his yellow Lamborghini, and I had my album because I had my tour van. And this is like the second or third time, because the Rough Riders were going to sign me. My A&R mysteriously, on the way to the All-Star weekend in Las Vegas, when they had the NBA All-Star weekend, I was supposed to meet my A&R from Rough Riders, JR, and he died in a motorcycle accident. So I walked to where I was supposed to meet them on the strip, and they were all circled, and they were like, there go Elm. And I was like, what's up? Where's JR or RJ? And they said, man, he didn't make it. I was like, what do you mean? And they were like, he died on the way here. A lot of the people around me who were helping me, to do from Cross Colors, who was helping me, John Arterberry. If you guys remember, there was a former Cross Colors executive who was driving on Hollywood Boulevard, and a random person was shooting in the middle of the street. He was one of the executives who got killed. My other person who did my first, really all my albums up until I was playing in Hollywood, Brad Knorr, he mysteriously dies in LA Sound Studio. And even Nipsey got killed. Nipsey was around. I don't like to speak about it, but we were on the same independent, they say label. We were under John L. Lakerson at Fat Effects. We had the same mentor. So the same person who designed Nipsey Hussle's logo, Ivan, at Fat Effects. So there's a lot of things that I know, that I've seen, even with the BMF stuff. Like, before they got famous and all that, the bosses, I was around Big Meech's boss, the Kingpin. So it's just, but with DMX, last time I saw him, he handed him the CD. He was like, what you got? You know what I'm saying? I was like, man, I just got back from New York and Egypt, because I was living with and staying with Michael DeBarge. of the Devilsh family when I was with Sony Red. That's when I met Red and Blue Pill, and that's when I ended up getting into it with the label for going on 125th Street in Harlem. That's what happened with part of my story. So with DMX, I'm telling them that we gods and all that, and he's like, I don't know, son. I was like, you're a god. Huh?
Who's down the screen?
That's Kim Kardashian and her kids.
Okay.
So basically, they had to perform blood sacrifice of certain people, and basically back to back the gods and gods. But it, like I said, it led to the mixed kids. Look at Kanye's son to the right, and look at its programming, y'all. So what the future kids now, what they've done with hip hop, now that it's older, they're gonna treat it and are treating it like Hollywood. So it's an intellectual program. This isn't random. This was an intellectual, sought out program that they've been working on since like Sinners. The movie Sinners was giving you an example of what Jesus said when we left the churches, the best singers and artists, and we went into the inner cities to become famous or search for that, and we got bit by the vampires and became satanic, and some of us brought it back.
Pause right there. No, pause right there. You see how fast you get to the vampires. You said went satanic. Pause. And I'm not pausing just to cut your bill. I think that's something that we really need to start expounding on, because we kind of just, a lot of bills kind of breeze through that. Oh, then Satan came. It's like, wait. I wrote about this in chapter 13 of the Blue Bible. I wanted to understand, when I was writing this book and I had to write the last chapter, I said, when the fuck did it become cool? Like, nigga, I'm a hip hop head, Jason. My brother was born in 77. He had the markers, graffiti, cardboard. When the hell did niggas start saying, I'm the devil? I'm on demon time.
Lil Wayne.
All that, right?
Lil Wayne, which is the devil.
No. I think you're gonna agree with me here. It's a question, but I'm gonna read. Put it like that. I'm gonna read the first paragraph, and then you give me your. You know what I'm saying? It's 3 paragraphs here. If you don't mind, I would like to read one, and I'll shut the fuck up. You tell me, then I'll read the other one. You get what I'm saying? So, first paragraph says, the first rap group I saw openly worship the devil was Bone Thugs and Harmony. Their videos felt like initiation into Satanism.
Keep talking.
This was during the 1990s when the gang world became satanic. Gang members began to name themselves Devil and Satan. During my first trip to juvenile hall, I met several inmates who practiced what they considered devil worship. Now, here's the point. I gave you a name, a date, location, all of that. So let's back it up. The first, I'm not saying they are the first. That's the beauty of this book. It's my experience. The first rap group I saw. So that's why I'm glad I got Jason here. He gonna give me what he remembers, what he recollects. The first rap group I saw openly, keyword here is openly. I'm not talking about, oh yeah, in 85, a dude made a song and he looked like the devil, or how he was saying Rakim got the mic. That's probably true, but he's probably putting it in there as a metaphor. I'm saying openly, like, here, Mr. Ouija, will you please bring me my future? I'm possessed by the devil and these demons and Satan. Like, that was the Bone Thugs were the first ones I heard the music, saw the video, and said, what the hell is this? Devil worship? What is this? The only thing I saw before that I thought may have been devil worship was like the rock music stuff. Okay, Omet said his was Brother Lynch Hung, Sacramento, California. Okay, exactly. And you from Cali with me. So, and Brother Lynch Hung is a very well-known artist in California. Right? So, some people may have a different, you know what I'm saying? So the first rap group I saw openly worship the devil was Bone Thugs and Harmony. Their videos felt like initiation into Satanism. This was during the 1990s. So it's my experience. Someone else can correct me, whatever. But like I said, the first group I saw, the key word here is openly. I'm not saying that there wasn't symbolism and things, because we found out later Africa Bambaataa was,
what was it, the Anna?
But the first one I saw openly, like, this is a Ouija board, the demons are coming to get me now, was Bone Thugs in the 90s. What about you, brother?
Yeah, I remember my mom. I used to have a Malcolm X mirror that I got from the swap meet back in the day, and it broke because I was using it to do the Bone Thugs and Harmony album in junior high. You know, the kids were telling me, my classmates were like, if you put the album to a mirror, you can read it backwards. So I did it. And so I used my Malcolm X mirror to start reading the stuff. And my mom happened to walk in the room. And she was like, what are you doing? And so, yeah, she flipped out and I didn't know what it was. So and when I met Lazy Bone, because I've been around them, I asked him, and I could say this, it was once again when I got back from Africa, we were in the studio, so it's probably 06, 08. And then, so anyways, we were in Corona, so it might have been later. But anyways, I said, with his tattoo, I'm talking and they're listening. This was another thing that I noticed when I got back. When I was around rappers who I thought
what you said you asked them though.
So I asked them, I was asking tattoo with the fist because I was into Mo Thugs when it showed the pyramid as a kid. So I really got into Bone. And he's like, man, I don't even know. I think at that time when I asked him, he said he's never been to Africa. He was like, I ain't never been. I was like, you never been to Egypt? And so it must have been when I got back from Egypt. So when he told me he had never been to Egypt or Africa, I was like, wait a second. Then I started asking him questions. And then he said a lot of that stuff we didn't know. So it maybe in the videos, a lot of the stuff they might not have known, but I always thought if you had a pyramid and stuff, you would have known. So I don't know. But in order to have that on your album, you got to approve of that, bro. You know, and then 3-6 Mafia had denied it. And now one of their members is coming out saying that, no, those dudes lied. We were worshiping Satan. It was to get people to worship the devil. So 666 Mafia out of Memphis, which Memphis is the capital of Memphis, Egypt, Kemet. So once again, and you get this coming to me. So get it. This is how they did it. So everywhere is a I was gonna say Choctaw, Washita capital. Everywhere is an Indian Moorish capital where we were. So if they started the program in Compton, that's where a capital was. So they had to circumvent it around like the watchtowers and all this. So that means that there was
a power forces.
Yeah, so in Philadelphia, Brooklyn. Where's Brooklyn? Watch the original Mario Brothers movie.
That's why our brothers and sisters there are so hard, because they've been there fighting the devil coming in.
Right, because Brooklyn, if you watch the original Mario Brothers movies, underneath Brooklyn there's portals to other worlds. And then Mario Brothers chase the princess who has a crystal that goes to other worlds, and it's a black woman who really runs the world. And she's a half humanoid, half reptilian. King Koopa is a pale-skinned reptilian, and they're merging the worlds through hip-hop. They have to do it through blood sacrificing of the gods and messiahs on certain ground.
That's a lot. So look what you're saying. You got mirror, man. People listening.
I was channeling.
That's a lot, nigga. Hold on. Don't you want people to learn? You don't want them to just hear you?
I know, but sometimes you guys can remember I channel.
You dropping some hot sauce that has to be pointed out. The blood sacrifice, I'm gonna tell you why, bro. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't want to be rude to you, but would you agree that Satanism and blood sacrifice in the conversation of hip hop gets swept under the rug? People say it, but they don't go into it. They just say, "Oh yeah, blood sacrifice." But I'm like, nah, let's talk
because they don't know. Because they don't know because they were not there.
No, that's what I'm trying to say to you. They do know. It's just that it's such a high level of information. When we get there, it's usually when we're talking fast. We got to slow it down. That's why. Look, it's chapter 13. It's the last thing in my book that I talk about. But it's for sure extremely important, right? Because this is what I'm saying. I'm with you, brother. It didn't start in the 90s. But I'm trying to pinpoint it for me and my generation and what was going on, right? So, like you just said, and there's the reason I cut you off. Because you were talking about
now we have a book club, y'all. This is a book club.
So, like you said, it boils down to the women.
What page?
Pardon self, 115, chapter 13.
115. All right, we're on page 115 of the Blue Bible, y'all. Go get a copy.
When you went into the reptilian and all that, right? You know, I've been doing too many topics on one channel. I mean, on one video. So I'm saying what you're going to is the fact of what's really being covered up, meaning wordship, right? All these deities talk about just words, right? No one believes Jesus around the corner. So these words, these sounds, these vibrations, these wordships, right? Think about what I'm saying. Because they might say, Lucifer's not the devil. Why are you tripping? It doesn't matter about the name. It's the ideal, the science. They're teaching you. They might even give you God's name. Tupac's like a godly name. But they'll teach you Tupac means to be a gangbanger, pimp your hoes. You get what I'm trying to say? They put a false meaning on it. Nigga means not more king now. You don't know why a nigga feels so good till you say it. Nigga, ooh, because it's king. But they teach you it mean be on drugs, shoot big guns. So that's devil worship. Like, you can see how you was just channeling the truth. And I'm like, stop. Why I had to stop you? Because I know these people listening don't even know. They ain't even used to hearing the truth. They're like, oh, what am I hearing? Right? So you got to slow it down. So look what I'm saying with this. Let's go into the television side of it, right? While we were hearing that, what were we starting to see? Now, look it. Second paragraph. While this was going on in my world, the media, so this was my world. I listen to hip hop and go to juvenile hall. Everybody else don't. So how can I prove that this was going on in the world in general, right? While this was going on in my world, the media transformed with shows like Jerry Springer and celebrities like Marilyn Manson openly promoting the same agenda. None of this was coincidence. Now, would you agree with that? Like, to me, Marilyn Manson was a sign. Jerry Springer was a sign.
It's all intelligent design, a program to get us to this.
And Marilyn Manson, remember they made him do that song?
Cut out they say cut out his ribs. Yeah, the girls were into that. At least in where I was.
He was like the first tranny. You're right. They do the breasts and the ribs and all. That's what I'm saying, bro. Come on.
That was the programming. All right. So, all right, Marilyn Manson. There it goes. All right, he was the last. That is all right. Here it is. Here it is. Let me just go. All right, Marilyn Manson was the last of the rock and roll gods. He was the last of, and it represented Satan. Yes. Why? Because who are the originators of rock and roll?
The gods.
The gods. They had Chuck Berry. Then they used much love to Little Richard. But
he was the first turnout.
Was,
he was the first. He was the first. What you talk about though? Exactly.
So basically, what they did. All right, here's Marilyn Manson, here's Chuck Berry, Little Richard, and the brothers. And then let's talk the sisters, and then slowly but surely, Elvis. Boom, boom. Then we get to Eminem. Boom, boom. And then slowly but surely, then they kill Pac. Boom, boom. Biggie. Boom, boom. In Vegas, which is I have a book called This, when you learn about Vegas.
Slow down. So why is it at the time they're promoting?
Wait, let me finish. Let me get it. So boom, boom. So basically, during that time, we were listening before hip hop, y'all blew up. So we were listening to rock and roll, Michael Jackson, George Michael, Soul Train. We had Earth, Wind and Fire, Stevie Wonder, Motown. Then they took out the bands in the schools, hell. So they took out the live instruments. So Jackson 5, then they had Michael, the individual artist, no longer groups. So Michael represented the end of the groups. So then the individual star, me, I, no longer family, because so we go here. So then Michael brought in the new era. Then we had the Bobby Brown. Then we bring in slowly hip hop. We start bringing it in slowly, speeding it up the melody, speeding up the tone, speeding up their thought process, slowly integrating sex, integrating little debauchery, then Thriller, to show you the occult of Hollywood, a symbolism of he leaving you of what it's all about. And then slowly but surely, rock and roll is dying because Michael's killing it. So they got to bring in. So then rock and roll dies because of Michael Jackson. And so they're like, what the fuck can we do? Meanwhile, we know what Michael's doing, he's buying up shit. But so slowly but surely, rock and roll's dying because that was an industry. But what was happening in rock and roll? Debauchery, kids dying, kids on the motherfucking overdosing. And so white kids, White kids started becoming rebellious. They stopped going to school. They started doing drugs. They started rebelling. There was even the hippie movement. Now there was the grunge movement. And they were like, what can we do? So they had Marilyn Manson. So the white kids were satanic at school. They were dressing up in white paint. They were all satanic. They were death. And then they brought in the hip hop. And so they killed.
Then they brought in Eminem.
Wait. So what happened to the labels? So the same record labels who controlled hip hop and those same people became the A&Rs. Their kids became the A&Rs, the executives, the program directors, the media, the MTV, all these things that controlled hip hop to eventually make it into Marilyn Manson, which Kanye West is showing you in their kids. Because we didn't have celebrity kids back then. This is the first generation. So they're going to use the celebrity kids, which you see are usually now homosexual and satanic, to push the agenda to enslave and end what you call Black America. And you either are going to remain black, which is satanic and death, or you're going to become a god and be part of Amun, Osiris, the Jedi. This is the last because they're rolling out the robots soon. And that's when the spacecraft comes.
The robot's here.
No, I'm talking about iRobot.
Okay.
So prepare.
Look,
Jason, July, August, September, October, November, I am the Messiah. The Messiah has returned.
Hold on. So from what you just described, would you agree?
I am raw.
The timeline you gave to the 90s, right?
Oh, yeah.
So look, the timeline you gave to the 90s, right? This is what I'm saying, the satanic. So what you just described was the satanic agenda being passed to us through hip hop in the 90s. You're saying that it built up all the way to Marilyn Manson through the rock and roll genre. They say, okay, this is the last one. You're 1,000% right. It's been about 30 years since it was a Marilyn Manson. Ain't been no other Marilyn Manson except for in the hip hop world. The Eminems, the Lil Uzi Verts, the kings of
Eminem
the
brought it in.
Set. Hold on, let me show you. I'm a student too, nigga. Hold on. The new kings of the. Let me show you. I'm a student, brother. Let me make sure the students see. You don't even understand how high level you be dropping this shit. They can't learn it. They like, man, I like him. But damn, hold on. Let's run it back real quick, y'all. Y'all didn't catch that. The devil doesn't stop. There's always an opposite, high and low. Let's get that right before we get to this fantasy shit. So meaning there was always an agent, right, of destruction and chaos. And you can see the agent before. It was that cracker president. It was that cracker with the sheet over his head that ran in and bow, bow, bow. But their plan then, why they had to turn on their own white devils that they hired to do this, why they had to turn on them and leave them in the mountains and all that, because they didn't see the bigger vision. The real devil, the manipulator, the Mason dude at the top, he always knew the vision was to make us go back at each other. Same way he seen us do in Egypt. Same way he seen us do it. He said, no, we can't defeat them. They know all that history. They minions don't know that. They tell their minions, fuck a nigger, kill a nigger, but they know they can't beat a nigger. So their goal was always to create this agenda and program it into us. So like you said, you can see it from Little Richard. You can see it from the 70s with the blaxploitation. They tried, they built it up, like you said. Now they did it with, and this you point out the biggest thing I never got, because I took a music appreciation class, so I know you know. The bridge is the punk rock. Niggas don't mention this. That's the bridge. When they went from rock R&B, when it became disco and started turning into hip hop, on the other side, it was turning into punk rock, metal rock.
Long Beach, no doubt.
And the devil, I want to die, kill myself, I want to be gay. They were experimenting with this. They were putting casting spells on the records. Everything you say niggas think is crazy, they was already doing it openly on the rock shit to see if America would accept it and force America to accept it and convince America.
Osborne.
Come on, biting the bat's head on the thing. Come on, bro. So in the 80s, like you said, when Michael was killing the rock, and they're saying, well, damn, at least he's pushing a little soft program, but we need this devil program. It has to continue. So we're going to make Marilyn Manson, like you said, he's the last. He's like the god of the gay, debauchery, just supreme. Well, they had him at the Kanye West church. Man, you on point, bro. Man, you on fucking point. Who was the Kim Kardashians cool with? The Clintons. Let's go to the next paragraph. Why does that matter? Because we're dealing with the 90s. The 90s. We named Marilyn Manson. We named Jerry Springer. We named Bone Thugs. And we all admitted, before Jerry Springer, would you agree that's the beginning of debauchery reality TV?
We used to go home to watch it.
Listen, before Jerry Springer, me and you would have got a whooping for even turn on the TV and somebody up there talking about some twerk or anything like that. Jerry Springer was so prevalent, they put him on like 4 channels. You remember an era after Jerry Springer like kind of went off? He was like still going like for like 20 years on 5 different channels. They forced them to make it that he was so extreme, everything else became acceptable. And it was reality. This was a new reality. Bro, you cracked the code right here. So in the 90s, they start forming this new reality for the new millennium. Now, this is the last paragraph. I'm going to shut up. It says, it was during the 1990s that Bill Clinton became the president of the United States of America, right? From 92 to 2000. So it was no surprise to me, years later, he was accused of being the head of the Illuminati's black market, a global network of the world's biggest human, weapons, and drug traffickers. Meaning, the whole thing, it's a reason why they're promoting on there for you to sell dope, be a pimp, shoot people. It's what they're selling. They're literally selling guns, human trafficking, and drugs. This shit's 1, 2, 3. It's just hard to believe they that evil. Is that real, nigga? Is that real? Welcome to the best edition. The code is cracked. The 90s, that decade, they set aside. They set a new program, and that's why, bro, we haven't even seen nothing like Jerry Springer since then.
No.
You agree? It's like they turned it back down. It's
it got worse. It got worse. Yeah. It got worse. We got P Valley now. We got what's the power? What's another BMF? Menace to Society, Juke. I mean, we got it just got worse on all scales. Then we got the Kardashians. You know what I'm saying? Which is involved with hip hop. That's why they put the Kardashians on top of the black families. So in order for this generation to go through, you got to go through them. You know what I'm saying? So it's all it's vampires. Basically, you're dealing with a group of people who still practice their culture of who they are in secret. But now it's no longer. But like Jesus said, it's like would you say it's so swept under the rug? They do it because they give so many distractions.
No. It's this. It's that what we're talking about. Look how deep we had to go. We even had to argue a little bit to get there. But this is something that's not tackled like that. I'm not saying that people don't know about it. I'm saying that, and maybe you would agree. The same way when you was talking about it, it's so much to deal with. You kind of like, and then you said, and then we turned satanic. And I was like, wait, stop, no. When is the then? Let's talk about that, because I think a lot of our people have not even realized how quick that shit got slipped in on. Then once you put a time period on it, the 90s, shit, the 2000s, the 10s, the 50s. So we about 20, 30 years in. And this satanic shit being slipped on. So it ain't so slipped in. It ain't so slipped. It's the fact that we keep ignoring it and not talking about it. So that's why I wasn't trying to be rude.
What year again was the Crips formed in Los Angeles, brother?
Say it again, brother.
What year were the Crips officially formed?
69.
When did they gain their popularity, would you say, amongst when it was a thing? Because I don't remember.
From what I'm told right away, so they say by 72 we was already like killing each other, and then Raymond Washington got incarcerated like 73, 74. Because the thing was,
I don't remember all that when growing up in Compton, or growing up in Carson, our family growing up in Compton. The gangbang, yeah, because my cousin got killed on school. So my cousin got killed, but they were gangbanging. You know, you would have to ask OG Suicide for me on my side of the family about what I was seeing before I started saying things, family business. So for me, I guess because I was born in 81, so I had cousins who were probably. So I'm just trying to think, because I thought it was in the 80s. Because basically, my dad said when he was like, we're moving from Carson, we stayed on Harlem, and right by the railroad tracks across over the top. And he was like, "Your ass is dead." He said, "You were gangbanging."
nothing is in totality. It's all.
Wait, because someone could use that as a clip. So my dad said you were gang banging, throwing up sets, and then someone tagged in front of our house, and that's when we moved. But I was only saying that in my mind to think of what culture was like before we moved. But I know that our family, like you said, our family wasn't like that. So the gang banger in the family, it was, and before he got killed, he lived out here in Riverside with us.
Well, I'm gonna say this too, though. From my understanding, I wasn't there, but from my understanding, from the 70s to the 80s, from the 70s to the 80s, it transitioned into banging with the aggressive tagging and get up out of here and the K, like what you're saying. So I would agree with that. Yeah, that style came in the 80s. I can't imagine what it was like in the 70s from what they described. It's nothing like they talk about. They had zip guns and they had to make their own guns, and everybody fought with hands, and they had a certain uniform. And it wasn't like when we grew up in the 80s, it was a whole different world. But see, check this out though. The 70s goes into what we're talking about. So the 70s is the blaxploitation era. I mean, that this is the era when they started forming what they wanted to be, the black culture. You get where I'm going with this? So they started forming. Like still say P-Funk. Funk is a 70s word.
Cinema. Sin. S-I-N, but they put a C. So sin. My sin.
But see, I want to show you something though. Why it's so important to have the times and dates.
An animation of sin. Go ahead.
Look, we cracked the code here. 70s is when they came with the black identity. Before that, wasn't no black identity. We didn't call ourselves black.
No.
You know what I'm saying? So the 70s is the black identity. But there's a difference between the black identity and the devil identity. That goes to the second half of your title, Black Devils Amongst Us. The devil identity, because when me and you was growing up, we're the last of that little branch. We grew up in a time where it wasn't cool to be a devil, but we literally lived as it was becoming cool. So me and your story is very important. That's why I wanted to pause you and say, brother, stop right there. Pause everything. This is something I've been wanting to talk about for years. That's why it's my last chapter. Nigga, what was the time period? And me and you cracked it, bro. Because we just cracked what they was doing it in. When was they doing it in cinema, sound, and all that directly targeted to us at the same time? That was the 90s. They was getting us ready for the 2000s. They was taking, and you cracked it. You said Marilyn Manson was the last for them, and they passed the baton on. Now it's Eminem. He gonna kill his mother. How they after? Think about it. All of a sudden,
and then I got a picture of old boy. And we were talking about Lake Elsinore, y'all.
Now Eminem killing his mom, baby mama,
bro. Like, come on, bro. And then the girl, this boy Dave, and his 4. It doesn't spell David. He has a 4. So I'm sure people can break that name with the 4 in it. And I've been talking about Lake Elsinore with Inland Empire, Riverside County, and we've been talking about the tunnels, human trafficking, blood sacrifices on the channel. And here you go. A girl was kidnapped or lured in into Hollywood by a person we've never heard before, right? Most of us have never heard of this artist. And they found her body, 14-year-old, right before her 15th birthday, in the front trunk of a Tesla in Hollywood. You can't make this up. Jason months. July, August, September, October, November. I told you guys before the Jason months even started that this year was going to be the biggest blood sacrifices that you guys seen to date. But the world has been so desensitized that they forgot about all these murders that have happened since the Jason month started. We're still in September, y'all. We are still in September. There's still Halloween. There's still November.
We can't handle it anymore.
So right here, it correlates now to R&B, rap. It's the culture. They use, like Crip Jesus said, the sin animation, the act of sinning in anima or animation, and they use raw. That's why they call it a Kim Ra, the sun god. So I remember we had an auntie who didn't like taking pictures, and we used to say she was evil. Well, not we. They would say, "Oh, she's wicked," and she would say, "No, Jason." She said those cameras are wicked. They capture some of your soul, and I never forgot it. But when I was in Kemet and the camera thing popped up, and we were talking about it, I said, "Oh my goodness." They use it to capture your light. They use the cinema to capture Raw's light. And so that's where the camera is. And in Hollywood, the holy tree, which the holly tree, the bark of the holly tree is used to contact the lower chakra deities, like the Temple of Set. And the opposite of Hollywood in the holly tree is the elmwood, the elm tree, the elm bark, the elm street duality. So Elm Street is the Temple of Jedi, Hollywood is the Temple of Set. And so like Crip Jesus and I basically just decoded, and this is the universe bringing it to us. Even the Marilyn Manson, I didn't plug that together to this now. It's finally here. What else is next? This is the last final call, because what else is next? How do I know? Here you go. I can show it.
But let me
It goes right here. It goes right here.
Let's add this name in there.
Right here.
Because you showed the Kardashians. Let's add this name
Wait,
in there.
I know, but it's gonna link. I'll go back to the Kardashians.
Wait, the Democratic Party. So look.
Cardi B's new album is already certified platinum. Would be fire if off. So basically, right here, you're witnessing the destruction and the acceptance of the so-called African Black woman, as close as you can get, being celebrated, being a harlot. It's official that Cardi B is the #1 hip-hop artist, no longer a man. It's the woman. So they've turned our woman, her, into a she-devil. And the moment you get the women who are connected to a beehive, and the rest of the men have to, in a sense, follow, it's over. Because the majority of women who are listening and following that program have accepted that it's okay to be a single mom, okay to have multiple baby daddies.
They'll teach this to their children. They'll teach this to their children.
And so it ends the family. It shows to the world once again that Black men ain't shit. You can use them for their money. And then the boy got killed, Quavo. So they blood sacrificed him to break up the group, all to put her in power.
Hey, look, right there.
CIA agent. She's an agent.
Okay,
and so I'll end it with this. So at the end, the goal is to have this, the AI artist. And so the last straw is what you see with Ghostface Killer and his son. And then, like I just showed you with the Kardashians. So
hold on.
Okay.
Look. So listen. Let's tie it all together so the people that's listening don't just be lost in stuff.
Okay.
So we started with Bone Thugs, right? That was from the hip hop side of things. Then we noticed that same time was Marilyn Manson on the other pop side of things. Then for the cinema side was Jerry Springer, right? Would you agree at that time Jerry Springer was the head of the boundary? This is everything that was to warm us up, right? So what I wanted to ask you was, how do you feel about that? Let's stick to this real quick. I want to hear about this from you. How do you feel about that aligning? And let's put the political side to it. We have a tendency to get on here and only talk about entertainment. And we're Black people. We're serious people. So peep this. What I'm trying to show you is it was during the 1990s when these people were being promoted to warm us up that Bill Clinton.
I wrote it down. Yeah.
Remember, they called him the first Black president. I really want to hear
what you feel about that. Yeah, I wrote Bill Clinton, Arsenio Hall.
They had him playing the saxophone, all that, right? They had him supporting the 3 strikes, all that, bro. The Clinton, Hillary Clinton, the head lady running for president. I want to hear
She won president, and they replaced her with Donald Trump.
I'm about to drop the ball. I'm about to let you go. I'm saying I want to know how you feel because I read it already. You went somewhere, so I want to know how you feel about this part. This same stuff we're pointing out that we cracked the code on. The political leader at that time was during the 1990s. Bill Clinton became the president of the United States of America, 92, right? All the way to 2000. Wow. Come on, no coincidence, right? Ran 2 terms all the way to, you're only supposed to do 4 years. He got 2 terms all the way to 2000. So it was no surprise to me years later. It was not known then, but years later when he was accused of being the head. Remember that whole QAnon stuff? They was accusing him and his wife, accused of being the head of the Illuminati's black market, a global network of the world's biggest human, weapons, and drug traffickers. How do you feel about the president of the United States at that time being accused of this later, and this being a time that we discovered America was actually, it seems to us, what we just said, getting the world ready for a satanic agenda.
They found something. They found something in those jungles where they were getting that cocaine, because they got to get these artifacts. But that's another story, because when you start talking about political figures, you got to see where are the drugs coming from? Where's the product? It was coming from the jungle. What were they excavating over there? And then it goes to us as indigenous people already using what they have labeled drugs and psychedelics and being traded around the world. And so they knew if they could cut that off to people who naturally get high on our own supply of Meta Nature and Mother Nature, the natures, which are the gods, right? Because the word nature comes from netter. So Mother Nature is the original teacher. That's why you eat the fungus, going to mushroom. That's a Moorish culture. The Olmecs are a mushroom culture. The Mayans, when you go to college and have to take the classes, they tell you the Olmecs, the Mayans are considered a mushroom culture. So therefore, where you get the coca leaf from, who are buried with cocaine, the ancient Egyptians. So if a group of people knew that you smoked weed, grew tobacco, and did different psychedelics and active plants, well, then they would first cut that off along with your water, because there were rivers and swamps. You would refresh yourself jumping in the swamps and rivers to rejuvenate yourself as an aquatic being, as a reptilian, half mammal being. And so all this is a part to destroy us as a people. But in order to do that, Crib Jesus and I have been breaking it down, but it's the essence to get your, what they call your ka, your ba, your spirit. So when a kid or a child is born into the matrix in 10, 20 years, and this keeps up, what's the reality? They're going to be controlled by robots. There might not be trees. They might not even know that hip hop was created by a human. They might not even know music was created by a human, So we're at the pinnacle of reality, to where they're trying to define our reality now as a people. And you either are going to accept or deny, and be part of the Jedi.
All right, hold on, man. You left Clintons, man. You always do that. I wanted to talk about these Clintons. So check this out.
So basically,
let me the screen real quick. I want to show them something, because timing is everything for our people to understand, right? So the Clintons.
Okay, the image, they were trying to get Hillary Clinton to be president.
Let me back you up, brother. You said they found something in the jungle, and then you just went on. You didn't even break that. You got to break this shit down for the people.
Okay.
God damn it.
Okay.
They don't know what you know. You got to hold on.
Okay.
In the Arkansas drug trafficking, the conspiracy theories connected to the real life activities of Barry Seal, a drug smuggling pilot for the Medellin cartel. Yeah, y'all, Pablo Escobar, who used the airport in Mena, Arkansas in the 1980s. Seal later became a drug enforcement administrator. So the rumor was, because remember, Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton are from Arkansas. Him being as high as the president at the time and having full awareness of what was going on at this airport in Arkansas, it was rumored that he was allowing it. The same way they were allowing the drugs to come in Cali and getting profits from it and actually participating in part of it. Okay, they usually focus on Reagan, Bush, and Noriega or something. This is only popular because of the Iran-Contra thing. You hear in a lot of rap songs, but sometimes we gotta stop and look this shit up. So the Clintons. Now I'm not even gonna get into the whole QAnon rumor stuff with them, right? I'm just going on this, what we're talking about in the 90s, right? The mention of a jungle likely stems from Seal's flights to Central and South America to pick up drug shipments from the Medellin cartel and also transport weapons for the CIA to the Contras in Nicaragua. But what I'm saying is this is usually connected to, I read Contra scandal, I know about Rick Ross. No, this shit was still going on. And really, why you think Jason went straight to drugs? Because that was the main thing. think about it. By having you selling drugs, you're going to automatically do the human trafficking in the weapons. That's going to come with that. First and foremost, we need the drugs, though. So, like he said they found some in the jungle. I wasn't trying to cut you off. I just wanted to make sure that people, you know what I mean? That's a heavy something to say to just say they found some in the jungle and just keep going. Like, I wanted to make sure people understood what you were saying. Like, yes, the Clintons, and they've even been accused of this. What's that brother in the Middle East where they ran up in? They say he was getting all the poppy from for the last 20, 30 years. That's why they got so much fentanyl and all. Afghanistan?
Bin Laden?
Yeah, Afghanistan, right? When they got all the poppy.
Yeah.
So
they were created in the CIA in Atlanta. We learned that at Notre Dame High School. I graduated class of 2000. In religious class, they taught that in 98 in the advanced religious class, that Bin Laden, Al Qaeda, all these religious sects were created in Atlanta. I would start quoting the name, but you can do your research now. Those are one of the benefits of going to Notre Dame High School, a so-called private school, where I was able to thrive athletically and mentally and spiritually, and go in as a spook that sat by the door to get the information for our people, you know. So when I speak of these relics in the advanced religious classes in high school, which I did take in college as well, and outside, as you know, on my field research, you start realizing that it's really about, they have what they call weapons of mass destruction, special weapons, which are relics, like an Indiana Jones. And a lot of these ancient tribes that they kill and murder harness what they would say now, example, cocaine back in the day, or the coca leaf. And so that would be one of the headquarters on the planet up until recently. I don't even like saying ancient times, but let's say ancient times, to where you would get that. So imagine the whole planet was a hub of education. So if you needed to get some rubies or some seeds to grow certain crops, you go to this area of the planet. If you wanted to learn this science of kung fu, or you know, so the world was set up as a great education system. And with that, we had plant medicine. And so when you understand, when they went into the jungles and befriended these tribes, the tribes would teach them how to, we call them ingredients and recipes, how to get a villager into a trance state or do this. And eventually, like he says, the so-called Satan or the Temple of Set works, they're not there for love. They're a vampire. They're there soaking up the game so they can feel that they got enough of the information. They'll eventually get the trust of the so-called native people, and then they'll ask them, where's the gold? Where's the relics at? And if they get enough trust, they'll take them and show them. And once they find where those relics are, that are either machines, computers, things that like you could touch an edifice, and all these different things that they show you in the movies, which are true, they find the location of those treasures, they murder the people, excavate the land, and get all the natural resources. In this case, we're talking about the Clintons in the jungle, the coca leaves, mind control, CIA, and then learn about the Clintons connected to the CIA, the government, all Jesuits, all part of, like he was talking about, different brotherhoods who don't look like us, but who have our information. So imagine
also
Indiana.
I want to point out too that just on a more simple, like you said, and even taking everything you said, so that means when they're telling you on the song, sell the dope, do the dope, that's a commercial, because we just had 50 of them flown into the airport last night. Right. So hell yeah, we need that that Nas and Jay-Z, the firm, sell this dope album. With this Tupac Revolutionary album, nah, I don't even know how the fuck he keeps slipping these out. Make sure you put some game on it. Right. But that's gonna help boost our weapon sales. So fuck it. But man, we done took this up, tore him down. I don't know what he gonna do with that post now. I gotta bounce out, man. This was a good one, man.
I love you, brother.
I was loving this one.
Me too.
Yeah.
So I'll start closing it out for y'all. You can find Crip Jesus on it. I wish we could have played your album or song, but go look up Crip Jesus Chariots. That's my song of the week that I've been listening to outside of Michael Jackson Dangerous. So Crip Jesus Chariots is my song of the week. Anything to leave us with, brother? Can we at least finish the video, brother? Or let's just finish.
Oh, no, yeah, you can play the Chariots and all that. I'm just saying, I gotta, but yeah, let's get it, man. Hell yeah. It's all love. Let's get it.
Will it flag it?
Flag what?
Your video.
The Chariots is released. It will.
Okay, I'll wait on it.
You know what I mean? Yeah. That's why I wasn't forced. That's why I was like, put it at the end. You know what I mean?
So do you want to leave the people with anything before I close it out?
Yeah, tap in, you know what I mean? And I don't want to say too much. I want to say what I've been saying. You know, this book is serious, y'all. Don't take it as a joke. This is not a Crip book. This is not a book about my life. I hear when people say that. This is a book about the truth. It's just me and Jason. We real, bro. We're not gonna cite nothing to you from the Google. I'm gonna cite my life for you. So only part I use my life in this book is my references. So I was in this prison in this cell when this dude told me that. And I looked it up. You know what I mean? That's how I cite. I'm not, you know what I mean? So that's all I wanted to say is tap in with us. As you can see today, we had a whole conversation about rappers, and look how deep it went. That's the blue line. Yeah, it's not an autobiography. Peace.
Peace, God. And to close it out, I will say,
I'm trying to get some people up here. Oh shit!
You cut me off.
My bad.
So yeah, to close it out, the AI artist Xenia, Xania, Monet lands a $3 million record deal after bidding war. What happens when the AI and the robots are accepted for music, movies, which become culture? Erase the color lines. They're trying to divide us all, and clearly it has worked. I am Jason, July, August, September, but let's say it hasn't worked because there are some of us who are still intellectually putting up the fight, bringing the light from the darkness. So yeah, I want you guys to think about that. What do you guys feel? We'll talk about on the next episode. Now that we deciphered the Satanic Black Agenda, now that we see that so-called Black America has accepted the soft form of Satanism and the high form of Satanism, which is materialism of this world, the Temple of Set, what can we do as solutions, as the Temple of Osiris and Ra, Amun, Kefra, Aset, Isis, Mayat, Ptah? What are your solutions to combat these dark forces that are coming against us? And even when I say dark, you know, that dark is a beautiful thing. We shouldn't allow them to make dark bad. So I have to correct myself. But I'm just trying my best to end it for you guys to think about something when an AI artist lands a $3 million deal. So all that we talked about is basically done to destroy culture and introduce a new culture with no soul. So the future is born into a society that's soulless. What are you going to do about it? Are you going to stand there and let this happen? Because remember, you might have to come back and be reincarnated. Do you want to come back to this? I am Jason, July, August, September, October, November. Living in a Matrix hologram. Mothership coming soon. So I'll end it with one of the hottest songs on the West Coast.
Hands to the sky, black and brown pride. a ship, about to return. And pick my people up. Watch me swim in gold like I am. Scrooge me up. Drink a leafy, a spirit of California. Praise the ancient goddess, light up some marijuana. Roll up the tree, set fire to the ganja. The Frango isn't the Diablo, always starting problems. Red or rum color on this coat, guaranteed to text my blood. Activate my pyramids in California, in Mexico. UFO. We got the best smoke on the West Coast. West Coast. You look for women on the West Coast. We like to ride on the West Coast. Black and brown fried on the West Coast. West Coast.
Represented, I'm the hardest in it. Fuck the critics, ain't nobody hard as gritty. Black and brown come together, we ain't backing down. I've been in the Holy City, got the bloodline of a king. Gotta come together, we all in the same game. One God, one universe, all unity, and ain't shit changed. Gotta mount up, but they dumb us down with that fake shit that they teach us now. We been living in the belly of the devil, battling so we can make it out. Fuck the politics and the president, fuck the White House till they let us in. We gon' go to war, we ain't hesitant. If they want to smoke, then I'm a hella shit. We the last living of a dying breed. Ain't nobody with the pen as hard as me. Every time I rap it hit an artery. Ain't nobody fucking with my artistry. We the holy guys, we invented time. We gon' send a missile like it's Lebanon. I been eating rappers like it's dinner time. Suckers hibernating like it's winter time.
Best smoke on the West Coast. West Coast. You look for women on the West Coast. West Coast. We like to ride on the West Coast. Black and brown fried on the West Coast. We got the best smoke on the West Coast. West Coast. You look for women on the West Coast. West Coast. We like to ride on the West Coast. Black and brown fried on the West Coast. We got the best smoke on the West Coast. West Coast. You look for women on the West Coast. West Coast. We like to ride on the West Coast. Black and brown fried on the West Coast. My belly all about respect. I do it for the cause. I live for my queen. All my niggas kings, captain of my team. Life is just a dream. Life ain't what it seems. You're just a player in the game if you don't own the league. Hop on the magic carpet, fly with me to a whole new world that they call Elm Street.
Welcome to the world-famous King Tut Museum. Be sure to respect the ancient relics. The ancient Egyptians were a magical people who built numerous beautiful, magnificent structures, like the world-famous pyramids and temples. No running inside. Scientists till this very day still do not know how the Egyptians built the pyramids.
I wonder, did aliens ever visit ancient Egypt?
Wow, look at that giant Egyptian statue. It looks just like you, Jason.
Thanks, Toby. You're a super cool friend. Imagine what the world would look like if I was the pharaoh.
Jason, you are daydreaming. Wake up.
Sorry, history got away from me.